Welcome, everybody. It's a pub chat here on the Shills, but it's a bit more than that today, isn't it? Today, we raise a glass to a fallen friend and hero. Pete, the crazy medic from Project Constantine, has sadly fallen and is no longer with us. It's been a rough few days now. You know why we haven't been doing any shows? Because we didn't really feel like fucking around and goofing off very much. There probably will be some of that tonight. It's not just going to be a very solemn, somber thing because, to be quite honest, Pete loved life, and I'm still not even in full of acceptance here, but Pete very much loved life, loved his friends and the people in it, and I think a celebration of him is as much in order as solemn memory because Pete was a lover of life and people, and I think that's where he would want quite a few people to be. So we'll just play it by ear, take it how it goes, and see what happens here.
And he had an amazing sense of humor as well, considering what the hell he was going on through. You know, when we were talking to him on, the Saturday shows, and, he was always laughing, always smiling, just incredible.
Yeah. So, we got no rules. We got no plans. We'll be opening this show up to people that want to join us and say some things and whatnot. We have a couple of shout outs to start with here. Dunk on You 23 through a $20 super chat in. I have a request. This one could be tough. I'm going to have to check about copyright claims and stuff in the background. In Pete's honor and memory, could we please play Turn, Turn, Turn by the Birds? I think it's very appropriate. Thank you, Heroium Slava. Great way to end that one because, we got some hero in him. We
could always just get you to sing it, Dick.
Yeah, well, or I could play it at the same time. I just don't want to have the stream taken down in the middle of doing anything. Normally, I don't give a rat's ass about playing copyrighted music. Anybody that's been around this channel knows enough knows. But we want to make sure it does keep going. So I'll check in the background and see. Dunk on You. It's a damn good call. And UTV and Ham threw in a member message there. Dunn did a donation via PayPal, and Dunn did to the tune of $53. So a huge shout out there, UTV and Ham. It says for incidentals needed, boom, boom, and of course beers. And then I think the rest was a private note to me, but UTV and Ham is hooking my son up with a handheld video camera and then a little GoPro thing as well for him to have more fun with video editing and stuff. So massive shout out to you, Ken. Massive shout out. Okay, so, and Commander, although not perfectly set up yet, everybody, Commander is speaking through his new Shure microphone that has been purchased, thanks to everybody.
Hello.
We didn't have time to get it all set up properly, but we'll get them done soon here. So, we'll do a thing where we go through the chat and we'll read out some comments and stuff here. I still haven't even fully processed. I'm babbling now. I don't really know what to say or do. I struggle with emotional things a little bit, a little autism spectrum here and there. And I don't process very well. So
this is why you're going to be the my main guy at my funeral. So it'd just be like, yeah, see you, Dunk. Fuck off. Bye. I'm off down the pub. Short and sweet.
I'd be good to lead the happy memorial at the pub where we celebrate the cool shit you've done and stuff. That would be my side. I don't do well with funerals, but I do really well with after parties where we celebrate the person. That's
let's go that way then.
Yeah, I do it like isn't it New Orleans where they have the little street party as they're taking the coffin to
No, the procession to the cemetery is very subdued and sad music, but as soon as they have completed the set and they're back to the pub or what have you, then it's all upbeat and dance music and
okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's a shame. I don't know how much of things I'm allowed to and not to speak of. I know more than I should because inner circle clicks and all. You know how that works in life, right? So I at this point I don't really know what my true permissions are about things, so I can't really go into anything. But to be honest, I don't think details and stuff are important about how it just is.
How did the news get broken in the first place? I mean, officially.
Official. Well, a few select folks that were like, one-on-one close with the man have been told in the background, but and I don't know how exactly word got from one to the other, but I would see, I don't even want to suggest names just because I'm maybe not allowed to, but I think I could figure out how the news spread around and whatnot. But there was a enforced military blackout on the information for a certain amount of time because
72-hour news blackout on any fatality in the combat area.
That's right. So we weren't allowed. Nobody was allowed to say anything until today.
And I think a lot of the streaming community who knew him wanted to defer saying anything until Project Constantine itself broached the news to the
there was also
world.
the concern that Mama Rose, Pete's mother, had to be made sure to be informed and all this. And so between people at Project Constantine, Yana and Elena, and I think probably Greg Terry, I mean, he landed in Ukraine, literally going to see Pete literally as things were unfolding.
Yeah, he did a video the other day just looking at a housing complex, and he just basically says, yeah, things aren't going to be quite as busy on streams at the minute, but just because not saying anything, and just carried on doing his video about this little housing complex and the difficulties of living in Ukraine.
Yeah, you could when Greg Terry joined Rick's stream today, you could see that there was just something so on his mind, and he wasn't himself. And then when Project Constantine, when Yana dropped the news during the stream, then it was allowed to be talked about finally, right? So it's awful. I hate it. It's not fair. Well,
all I can say at this point is F Putin and F Trump for getting us into a position that they thought they could do this.
Yeah. Good
Trump
call.
thought he's going to solve it. Doesn't he?
Yeah.
You, me, and the rest of this group.
Yeah.
But, it sounds contrived to say it this way, but in some ways, we're all foot soldiers in this struggle. We're not at the front, but we're keeping the pressure on our respective governments to continue supporting Ukraine. We're contributing our own money to help support Ukrainian troops. We're part of the war effort, withdrawn from all of it, yeah, but still. And I think we do play an important part most of us don't really realize.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
And also, as sad as it is that when any any member of the forces is killed or in action, it's always like 10 times worse when it's just a medic. When it is just someone who is out there just trying to save lives. Yeah, he's not on the front, shooting. I'm sure he's armed to protect himself, but he's not out there in the conflict to engage in the conflict. He's literally just saving people's lives.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you wonder just how many lives he actually saved in his time.
Well, speaking of which, I know I can say one thing. The part that really, really gets me on this, well, there's a bunch because my friend is gone. But there wasn't a medic to save the medic.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Jesus. Exactly. We're gonna do a thing coming up. We're gonna put together some of his pictures and videos. This piece of music has been selected. It's actually titled "I Can't Do This Without You." Thought that was pretty appropriate. There's just a concern because some of the videos I've been sent are ones I can't share because location information, and I don't know if that's valid still or not. So I'm gonna have to check in and make sure, get some guidance from a few people. But
I can blur shit out for you if you need it.
yeah, well, that might happen, right? You know, we'll see. But because you know, tributes are welcome and accepted. You know, Bell has already made one. Yeah, it's for you could. The link is in our Discord. You can view that. I'm not usually lost for words.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck here, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's
I'm still
one of those kind of shows.
Well, I'm still
hard
kind
not-
of in an angry phase.
Yeah.
Like the anger part hasn't left me yet. And if I don't watch myself, I'm just going to be going, fuckity, just, you know, so.
Maybe be some help.
Yeah.
Just a bit of release.
Yeah. My son, I sent my son off with grandma and mom for a few days when I found out on Thursday and stuff, just so I could, you know, mope and whatnot without, my son doesn't need to be involved in that. You know?
No, he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It'd be, I mean, I'm not even too sure how easy it would be for him to really understand. Not truly.
Well, he lost his grandfather 2 years back, year and a half back. And it was very, very interesting and strange and difficult to watch him on the spectrum try to process this, right? But then he got up at the funeral when he wasn't even supposed to, because the one aunt who was running everything was just like a drill sergeant. And my son Felix had talked to the person who was actually playing MC at the service and everything, and nobody knew what Felix had said to him. But then the guy playing MC called my son up onto the stage, and my son just brought the whole place to tears with a little thing he had, I guess, prepared and not told anybody he was going to say.
Oh,
it was
my God.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know, I don't get to see my grandpa anymore. I'm sad and a few things. I would have to, you know, go back and watch. There's a video of it. But yeah. Yeah. Mike 71 there in the chat threw a direct donation in through that Ko-Fi place, coffee. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that.
You've got to learn how to bloody say that thing.
You know, at this point, I should keep fumbling it the way I do because it's tradition, right? I know. But Mike's message was simple. R.I.P. Pete. Let me just.
I bet you for God he's not resting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that guy is not a guy for resting. He, you know, in life or death, I'm sure he's up there causing all kinds of havoc.
Yeah, he is, I'm sure, organizing, you know, to save people and make sure those that are on the borderline get to go up, because that's just who he was.
Yeah.
You know, I need to find cigarettes or smoking material. I'm not even prepared. Just give me a second here.
As I said when we were getting ready to launch here, I don't think we want to make today's show explicitly about Pete. I mean, we can't not address it. It's the elephant in the room for this streaming circle. But at the same time, we know we're going to be doing a full memorial retrospective of his life. And I think it's then that we'll really address it. But we do need to just say something done now that lets people know and lets people understand how we and they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we'll get one organised with it, just get all his buddies around and
Yeah.
do it proper.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with something like this. I mean, we need a few days to get times right with people. There was no way to just throw it together within hours of the announcement, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, was it like when when we found out? Yeah, it was like unofficially. It was always a discussion in the back. What do we do about the shows? Well, obviously, we were lined up to do the Thursday 42 show, and we said right, no, not doing it. Friday 42 show after show, no, let's wipe that off the board. Saturday, the Ukraine show. Well, we could bring it up, but still, it's probably still a little bit too early. No, okay, that was off the board. CF said, right, not doing a Sunday show either. So it's just
I mean, it would have been, particularly for the Saturday show, so tough not to say anything. Because,
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah,
that is part of who and what we are on Saturdays, is talking about those kinds of
Yes.
things. So yeah, I'm really glad we didn't do it.
Yeah.
yeah. Because how could you cover all the other news in Ukraine without the one most important bit of news that's come to us on a personal level?
Yeah. Yeah, and exactly on a personal level. This is the most intense, traumatic, personal level thing that's happened during talking about and being somewhat involved in fundraising for Ukraine and stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I said to you in the background, we've had Saturday shows when we had Starsky on, and Starsky's had to sit and tell us
Yes.
that his friend has died.
Yes.
And it was always really, really sad. But it's always like one person along. Now this time it's someone we personally know, and that's a real
I talk to Pete a couple of
isn't it?
times a week, every week in the background.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I have all kinds of videos that get sent to me and stuff that I can't really show. And rewatch them all Thursday evening. I'm not sure that was healthy, but seemed like a good idea at the time.
Mm.
Rick, the Ukrainian, he warned me. He said, I'm not sure that's going to help you get over being angry.
No.
I should have listened to him.
No.
I thought I knew better because I'm older. Just make.
But you have some like interesting anger issues anyway, so I don't think there's any kind of real way you could gloss over that.
Yeah,
without
I mean, I was the guy
stirred up a little bit.
Yeah, I was the guy during COVID that looked forward to Karens getting mad about masks because I had somebody I could drag out of a store and kick the crap out of, right? I'm not kidding. Dunk will remember. Oh,
he's
man.
not kidding. He's not joking. Yeah. I think some of that comes into like old man anger too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got old man angry issues too, and I'm sure Commander's got like 10 times more than we have.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you get that day where you look at.
I'm calm, cool, collected. I never had problems. Pay no attention to the holes in the driveway.
Yeah.
I heard the movie Roadhouse was based on your life. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
You are the original Karate Kid.
God, what's the one with Kelsey Grammer where he's the CO of a sub? That's more a story of my life.
Oh,
Yeah, what was
I
that
don't think
one?
I've seen that one.
It's not a very good movie, but it's
No, but I like not very good
how
movies.
stupid it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I can use this name. So, Karen Hensman sent in a $25 direct donation. Not sure what to say, but rest in peace, Pete. This is all I have at the moment. It's more than even needed. But please put it to where it will do some good. There's always fundraising around here that will do some good, and we will definitely make sure it is. I've got some super chats and stuff to catch up on here too. And I think there might be another coffee, whatever the hell, donation. How do I? Okay, one sec.
Well, while he's doing that, let me just jump in and say this much. Yes, we are talking about Pete, but please, everybody, do not feel like you need to, do any kind of like support or anything like that tonight, or donations, or any of those kind of stuff. It's well loved, and we love your intentions, but please don't feel like you have to, and in some way is going to help, because we've just got to get over it. We'll get back to the fundraisers properly later. But if you do send anything in, thank you very much.
Yeah. Let me go over to.
I said that all completely wrong. Basically, we're not here to fundraise tonight.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see here. UTV and Ham threw in let's see here. Where am I? Oh, I'm lost. Okay, sorry. 1 second, everybody. I'm barely able to fucking do this.
Maybe you should spin in your chair like 10 times and get yourself dizzy and then come out of it.
The thing that
might help.
As we wait for Dick to... the thing that struck me when I was thinking about this the other day is that this that we're talking about right now is a microcosm of events like this that are happening in dozens of homes every day in Ukraine. And that hit me pretty profoundly.
Yeah. When you we got an echo going. Hold on a second here. There, that should do it. When you think about the broad aspects of how many fallen heroes we've got in this situation and how many people are going through exactly this on a regular basis and probably worse.
Yeah.
It's a real kick to the fucking head. Let's see here. I did finally figure out where I'm supposed to be for shout outs and stuff. So we've got Apatox in with a $20 super chat. Pete always brought the room to a smile. Damn right he did. In the thick of absolute horror, the man still had just the best outlook on life. Tiny Captain came in, R.I.P. Pete, and here's to you. And I got to get my up to, I'm acting out the emojis in the thing here. Chris Lundy, Pete made a huge difference in many people's lives. His legacy lives on through Project Constantine. Let's celebrate his life and deeds. Well said. Well said. Petra Olsen with this is a standard super chat now. Swedish krona, 129 of them. With love to Ukraine. Petra, thank you so much. KK's GG super chat. Freedom doesn't demand a terrible price, but those who threaten it sure do extort one. R.I.P. to Pete. Hasta la vista, foosh.
Oh, that was good. That was good words.
Very good words. Very good words. Liz Mailer in the chat there. Hey, Liz. R.I.P. Pete. Love to all. Grieving is oh so hard. Damn right it is. Lude Farm. Cheers, puff, and or pray for Pete. I'm working on the puff right now. And definitely, if there's anybody who doesn't need prayers to get past those pearly gates, it's Pete. We pray for him. Yeah, well, we pray for him, his family, Mama Rose. Oh, man. To outlive your child. It's just every parent's worst nightmare. I can't even imagine. The Sun Express, $25 super chat there. May Pete be remembered for his life-saving efforts in this life and the next, as the other carpenter from the ancient Middle East. As a lifelong atheist myself, much respect for his faithful efforts. Extra boom. Slava Ukraine. good shout. I haven't been hitting the sound effects just because it didn't really seem appropriate, but he called for it. Extra boom. It had to be done. Hobby time, Shills Master as well on the membership ranks. Guys, do you know if Pete was on his own or with mates and friends? At this point, I don't know what details I'm allowed to and not to give out and stuff, so I'm going to have to defer that question for a little bit. I do have some questions out in the background to a few people that can help guide me because I don't want to be the one that fucks shit up. So I hope I can answer a question like that coming up. Where am I here? Let's see here. Okay. Jean-Marc Paganel in there for a $20 super chat. I heard the Valkyries cry last night. My poem on YouTube, recorded by Bell Brook and Canto. I have full permission to use it. Okay. So we will we'll get a link out if we can here. Cypher came in with a message. R.I.P. Pete. Slava Ukraini, Heroam Slava, I do believe is the translation there. I should recognize it by now. Random username with a super chat. R.I.P. Pete. He will be missed. He is missed. Solo in with a message there. Valhalla is lucky to have you, Pete. Rest in peace, brother. Great message. Lude Farm gifted out a Shills memberships. Huge thanks there, Lude Farm, or LWD Farm. I always pronounce it Lude in my head for some reason. I bet that's totally not what you want me to be saying, too. Sorry. Susan Melendi, I do believe, $10 super chat in. I can only imagine the children who will be born in a free Ukraine because Pete was there to save their father, mother, grandmother, grandfather. Heroium Slava. That's one powerful message too.
Yeah.
So, and then there was Demetrius Ziganovas, huge family member here on the channel. Raise a glass for the ones who had departed too soon, and fuck Pootler. That was a direct donation in as well. Thanks there, Demetrius. Let's raise a glass for Pete. It can be water. It can be alcohol. Roll one up. Have a puff. Little honor there.
Does that mean I have to double up tonight?
You should be double fisted as it is. One on your pecker, one on your drink.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about drinking, but
sorry. There's going to be times when I just need to have a giggle. Don't think me whatever. It's just I process that way, right? No,
I think we are going to get through this tonight, and we are going to end up having a giggle. We'll be having some laughs.
Yeah.
I think Pete would be disappointed with us if we didn't. It because a bunch of pussies,
yeah,
and crybabies if we didn't get over it and get on with stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a question there. Jazz Guru, love the name. I love Thelonious. How is Starsky? Starsky was informed. He's on walkabout with his girl right now and stuff, and I felt bad, but he had to know he's dealing. Starsky, unfortunately, is more used to losing friends in combat than the average person. I didn't like having to tell him that. And then, there is a fund. You see, because Pete was a contract worker to Ukraine, burial provisions and things like that are not paid for. So Greg Terry has already said we'll be doing a fund coming up very soon. As soon as it's not right now, but anything that comes in will go to that fund. But that fund will be announced ASAP, and we're going to make sure that Mama Rose doesn't have to open the purse strings at all. That's not happening.
Yeah, I'd imagine they'll be flying his body back, surely.
I don't want to get into too many things and stuff, but yeah,
Yeah, I can't even imagine how that sort of thing works. Just is that just get done automatically, or
Well, the saving grace here is Greg Terry landed at exactly the right moment to be on the scene and help take care of things. And
yeah.
I mean, that's like having an angel doing it. So, I know it'll get done correctly. I just, it's again that whole what can we say and not say and stuff.
The thing about Greg is he being who he is, being a pastor or a priest or whatever you want to call it,
pastor.
He's gonna have like all the tools in the box and how to deal with situations like this, because it's basically part of his profession.
Yeah,
all the time having to deal with things like this.
Yeah.
The sad truth of the matter is, a lot of pastors and priests, they deal with death on a daily basis. Family members, whatever, just dealing with family members, dealing with funerals, dealing with just helping people through.
Yeah.
It's just in their nature.
And Greg, like us, is at that age where people are already dropping in your personal life and stuff and whatnot. I mean, as you get older, it just happens more. Right?
Yeah.
It's just unfair in this situation because the person didn't grow old. They were taken from us by human pieces of shit. See, that's that anger coming through. Try not to let that be the focus of things here. I'm rolling a fucking huge joint.
The question you had regarding the body, it can be a fairly involved operation. I was peripherally involved in having to do it with one of the people on a ship I was on, and it's you have to make all sorts of special arrangements. But fortunately, the airlines kind of are experienced and knowledgeable in what needs to be done, and they will generally help guide you through the process.
So they don't just like shove you in the overhead lockers or anything like
that. The biggest issue I would think that they would be facing is the question of customs.
Are you live right now?
Yeah. Because they're going to have to clear both outgoing from Ukraine and presumably outgoing from whatever country they fly home from, which I'm assuming is going to be either Poland or Germany or something. And then you have to have the arrangements made with South African customs to bring the body in.
Might be UK. I'm not sure how that's going to work out because Mama Rose in UK.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be it then.
Yeah, that's complicated. Yeah.
I think Mama Rose in UK. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Sorry if I'm wrong. Somebody will know in the chat, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wizard of Ooze there in the chat saying Greg said he had power of attorney. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was public or not, but yeah. So Greg is being signed power of attorney in Ukraine right now so that he can take care of these things properly.
Yeah. It's not a huge issue. You just have to go to the various embassies concerned. The only thing that makes this one a little more complicated is you first have to get the body out of Ukraine, and then you have to get it out of whatever other countries it needs to go through before it ends up in its final destination.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Liz in the chat says, yeah, it's UK according to Greg Terry. So again, I'm just caught in that thing where, people in Ukraine, it's too late for them. So there's a couple people I haven't been able to talk to this evening properly, and I'm just not going to be the one that gives out the info first. I'll let, I'm just doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to open the bag of stuff because I said I was going to roll a big one, but my jar didn't have enough in it. So hold on here.
Logistics, man. Logistics.
Yeah. Like I said, I was totally unprepared here. So let's see. Yeah, like everything that comes in today, we'll send over to Greg Terry because he'll be the one that taking care of the financials to make sure that Mama Rose doesn't have to deal with anything, and we'll just take it from there. It was announced today too. I don't know if you all caught it or not, but Helena, Project Constantine, Yenna's blonde friend there, her and Pete were engaged.
Oops.
Yeah. So I can only imagine the devastation she is living through right now. This is just, I feel so bad for her. Oh my God. I knew that before, but again, you know, I'm not one of those people that has a problem shutting my mouth when I'm not supposed to say something.
Not always. But you've been very good at this.
Yeah. It depends, you know. As long as it's not something that pisses me off, so I end up screaming at Chris Lundy in the chat giving me some heck there. You got 3 minutes to roll that. It's almost 4:20. Yeah. Well, you know that whole 4:20 thing, it didn't exist when I was a kid. Like when I was 14 years old learning how to do all this rock and roll cool guy stuff. 420
my understanding
didn't exist.
is it isn't even universal. I think,
you've explained it to me like 10,000 times.
Yeah, different departments use different codes. So
yeah,
it may have been just, in New York or something, and that's where it got started, and everybody started using the term.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I do know that it took me a long time to even figure out, like, 420 time. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? No, just that old guy thing, right? Yeah. Wizard of Ooze is saying, I only heard of it via Mercado. That's got to be 420. That's just got to be. But yeah. See, it is pretty good one. Pretty good. See that? I can almost make them as absolutely perfect as a cigarette. No CD here. So let's see here. Not even sure where to go or Michelle DeCorby in the chat there says, I think it's been around since the 70s. Well, I was born in 70 and I never heard it until like into the 90s. And I remember thinking, what did the kids come up with this time?
I think it's a case of it probably did get started back in the 70s.
Right.
But it had to percolate across the country and the borders and everywhere for everybody to be involved with it. I think it started out as a very regional thing.
I'm blame Bob Dylan. It's got to be his fault.
Not Bob Marley?
Yeah, no. Bob would have come up with something more eloquent and cooler than 420.
True.
You know, Bob Marley. I just realized Bob around. Yeah. 420 has its own wiki page there. D-Sade in the chat there says,
who do you think edits it?
That's funny.
If I were on my other computer that isn't glacial, I'd actually look it up to check. But if I do it here, it'll be like, I'll finally get the page up sometime by next week's show.
Well, we might have to do a refresh on that computer for you there, You never
No,
know.
I'm going to use the Raytheon soft boot.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
this hammer isn't working. Get a larger hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, this hammer isn't working. Now it's really broken. We'll have to buy a new one.
Yeah. Well, when they tell you a Mac is a good computer, using an iMac that has a CRT in it probably wasn't what you were supposed to go for. Oh man. So I don't know. It's Canada Day weekend this weekend in Canada. I don't care. But happy Canada Day if you give a shit. That's a good thing.
I think.
What do people do on Canada Day?
Drink.
It's about all there is to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have poutine.
Yeah. Hopefully not from Burger King or something.
Yeah, like fuck a Mountie or something like that.
Yeah. At least his hat.
I was at a gaming convention one year when it hit, and all the Canadian guys got together and had a Canada Day celebration. So they went and made poutine by going to different stores. And so, they got French fries from, let's say, McDonald's, and they went to KFC and got gravy. And I think they got the cheese, which wasn't really cheese curd. It was just like shredded cheese from the store, from like Safeway. It was really bad.
Yeah, that ruins it if you don't have the right cheese. That's just wrong.
I know.
Because then all you've created is this cup full of shit. It's not right,
A cup full of shit, which is allegedly Canadian, but probably doesn't have any letters that correspond to the word Canada in it.
No. That your average Frenchman is just ready to fight at that point, man. Or Quebecois, to be more precise. But yeah.
Just tap into the strategic maple syrup reserve.
Yeah, I'm sure we have one. I
they
wouldn't
do.
doubt it.
Oh, you haven't heard the sordid story of the time that it was broken into and stolen?
Interesting, because I had a band member once who was selling no-name cans of maple syrup and thought that we would get in on it. And I'm like, that's hotter than the pancakes they're supposed to go on, dude. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, apparently I'm sure I'm going to get the story wrong entirely, but at least the gist of it is correct. But the reserve is used by people who are, commercial maple syrup farmers, and they put it in there, and then they get paid out of that, and then that's where they draw on when different companies want to bottle and sell the stuff.
Right.
So what these guys figured out was that the vats that it was being stored in weren't closely regulated. So what they'd go in and tap into them, take actual maple syrup out, and then fill it with like corn, backfill the container with corn syrup or, log cabin syrup or whatever. And I think they estimated something like, 100 million gallons of the stuff was siphoned out before they finally figured out what was going on.
Wow. Holy. It reminds me of a scam these guys had in my old hometown when I was like 12 years old. They were the older kids. They were like 14. And the grocery store would take empties in, and I mean big empties, not like today where they limit you and stuff. And then around back, they had a fenced area where they would put the empties until they would get sent off. And these guys would jump the fence, throw the empties over, and then go into the store and return them, and then go off and buy weed and stuff, right? And they had it going for the whole summer till they get caught. Yeah.
Now that's recycling.
Not the intent of it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man. But yeah, and I remember thinking to myself, that's pretty clever, but they all got in some real crap. you know. Oh yeah. I mean, I was like 12 years old at the time, so it seemed like real crap, but maybe it exactly wasn't. I mean, I wonder. Hey, Dunk, are you talking? Because I don't hear you.
I was sniffing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Your little Muppet mouth was going, so I wasn't sure there.
Still got a snotty nose.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank
Yeah,
God we didn't have to hear
for
it.
you getting into shit and trouble would be being forced to sit on the naughty step.
Yeah. Even then, I don't. My folks were a little bit scared of me. I didn't really get in trouble for doing stupid shit, and I did a lot of it.
I only got in trouble in air quotes once when the Greek police arrested basically every American kid who was trick-or-treating one Halloween. Because they had no idea what was going on, and like a week before there'd been a coup, and now all of a sudden in the dark, all these people in costumes are going around, arrest them, it's another counter coup or whatever. And they were very embarrassed, and the ambassador got involved, and it was all hushed up real quickly. But there's nothing quite as hilarious as sitting in a police station while some 3-year-old is screaming his head off.
Yeah.
Because his parents aren't there. He doesn't know what's going on. And the Greeks don't speak the language, so they can't try to comfort the kid. It was just ridiculous.
I can just see looks to see a prison cell with 30 or 40 little kids in costumes and stuff. Just locked up in it.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Let me just check all the services here because I've had a few beeps and I haven't been able to figure out where they belong or go. I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, I've got to punch out.
Yeah.
So I would just like to say that we're all really sad and crushed by the news, but at the same time, I think we all need to realize we're still in the fight, and Project Constantine and other groups like it need our support just as much now as they did previously.
Damn right.
And I'm not referring specifically to donations, although that's part of it, but also, do your part, keep the pressure on your elected officials to start supplying Ukraine with the hardware they need rather than just enough.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure you heard Pete rage about that on more than one occasion.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, so.
It's like fucking Reaganomics with goddamn ammunition, right? Trickle down,
Absolutely. So, that's, if we want to honor his memory, I think that's the best way most of us can do that.
Yeah.
Is to just keep that pressure on. So I'll talk to you guys later. You take care.
Take care, buddy.
Out here.
Farewell, Commander.
Right.
Commander is off the deck.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we need that. We need that little whistle for that. Commander on deck? Yeah, we need that. That's what we got to do. Yeah. I bet CF is finding that for me right now because that's just how amazing our team is. Damn it, man. I'm not very good at this today.
We'll let you off. We'll deduct it from your pay. It's okay.
Really? I owe now? What? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a cheap show for our producer today because, they're not going to have to pay either of us.
Yeah.
Terrible job.
Yeah, it's like I'm putting into the swear jar. We're gonna have this opened up. Does anybody out there want to join us and say something? Shayna and Annette and everybody on the team, just jump the fuck in. It's the same link as before. Here, I should have probably put it out for everybody, but I'm not very good at this today. Have I said that already?
Yeah.
Let's see.
But
here.
just keep us informed.
Yeah. Okay.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. I do try to be that. Here, I'll put it in the regular. Okay, there we go. And yeah, if you're in the live chat and you're thinking, Marty says, I'm drunk and angry. Dude, I've been angry since Thursday. I've been drunk since Thursday. So yeah, I agree with you. I got wasted on Thursday. It didn't help though. But but I had 2 8-packs.
Oh, easy.
I mean, that's a few beers even for me, right?
That is a few.
Yeah. Yeah, I started at I think it was about 11 a.m. And
when the posters said drink Canada Dry, it wasn't an instruction.
It's a brand. Yes, I understand that. Yeah. But I started at I don't know, before even noon, right? I had my first one before noon and then I stopped to eat because I knew I'd be a mess if I didn't. And then that was it. And, so it took me 12 hours to do it. Actually, it's still a lot. 16 and 12. Yeah. No wonder I was a mess. But I'm not saying that's a good thing to do. Don't be like me.
That's not consumer advice.
No, it's for consumers of beer. Not even then. Not even then. We're not playing the double entendre or whatever. I don't think that was right, but you know what I meant. Don't do you know what? Do like I do, as long as you don't have anything to do the next day. Because trust me, Friday was rough. I think I tripped and fell as I was crawling down the stairs in the morning, right?
In the morning after?
I was still crawling around the house in the morning. I don't even remember how I got to bed. I woke up and I was just like, fuck, I made it. Wow. Yeah.
I made it to the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all right now.
Yeah, I figured I would have woke up on the couch or something for sure, right?
On whose?
Yeah, well, no, that's don't do that. They'll believe you. Don't do that. Don't do that. I barely socialize in real life. I'm not very good with people. Dunk will tell you. I'm a prick.
Well, I told you that story. What was it? Peter O2 got so drunk, he ended up staying at someone else's house.
Yeah.
3 days. just drank them dry as well before he moved on. Like the aliens in Independence Day, but just alcohol consumption, just moving from one place to another.
Yeah. Oh man.
There
yes.
you go. Yeah, CF's giving you the bosun's call.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Annette. I knew it was coming. From now on, we'll be pulling that every time. Yeah. Okay, cool. Wonder if I could do this in the background without fucking it up.
He's left now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but still, it'd be cool to show everybody. Yeah. You know what? I'll screw it up and I'll do it after.
Yeah, we'll do it after. We got PJ saying he got some more super chats.
Oh, okay. Here, let me get into the room. The team are really guiding me through today.
Yeah.
Annette, Shayna, PJ, thanks guys. LWD.
It's like guiding a shit through the eye of a needle.
Yeah. And they have a really good aim with that ass. So LWD Farms giving out memberships. Huge thanks. What does LWD stand for? So instead of me making up my own bullshit, I can actually know. Or do you want to keep it private? You don't have to answer. I just realized that's a stupid question. I should not have done that.
Wrinkly dick.
Yeah. Putin Julio coming in with a super chat there. $10 one too. R.I.P. Pete. You will be greatly missed, with a whole bunch of crying little faces because, well, Putin Julio there has been around and done that in this scene for a long time now. And I know it's hitting you. I know. Paul Gilbert, one of the greatest guitar players of our time, threw in a 10-pound super chat. Farewell, Pete. You have touched the hearts of so many people. Thank you for your service to Ukraine and to justice. Raising a glass of malt in your honor, a true hero has fallen, and I will not forget. That's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Wizard of Ooze.
They should take those brass balls of Pete's and just like put them on a pedestal somewhere in Ukraine.
Oh
On
man,
a display.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a heavy pedestal to hold the weight of those babies. You know, for somebody that was lovable and jovial and so high on life, to be that absolutely intensely brave and stuff at the same time, almost hard to reconcile that those can go together. You know, I always found that about Pete.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible, man.
Yeah. We have one here, Wizard of Ooze, 10-pound super chat. There is a UK election this Thursday. I will remember Pete as I cast my ballot this time. He fought not just for Ukraine, but for our liberty and democracies too. Never take our freedoms for granted.
Good point. God, is it this Thursday? Oh my God. Well, that's going to make an interesting after show on Friday.
I urge you people out there, if you're one of those people that just look at the candidates and go, you all suck, vote. Pick the lesser of evils. Don't just not bother because they're all asshats. That does nobody any good. You've got to get your mark in.
It's kind of interesting looking at this one because apparently the Conservative manifesto is laid out very clear, very, very well. It shows plans for Britain. The other parties are not really, they're all a bit vague and wishy-washy. But, you know, even though Conservatives have done a lot of good job, you know, making a good manifesto, I just don't think, you know, people just go, nah, just not having you again. Doesn't matter. It's one of those sort of like situations when you know you can't win just by being good.
Right.
There's something else going on there. Someone said they vote reform. Do not vote reform, please God, no, because they have no fucking clue. Do not vote reform. Sorry.
Wizard of Ooze came in and said to me personally there, thank you. Great comment and perfect subtext to the thoughts. His thoughts, my thoughts, Wizard's thoughts.
Somebody's thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know what... so I try to keep out of the pronouns, but I did there, sorry. But, I mean, it was the obvious message, right? And I love the message, you know. You can't wallflower an election. You can't be the cat that sits on the fence and can't decide whether or not the mouse in the one yard or the squirrel in the other yard is the one to go for. You've got to participate even when it sucks. You've got to. Absolutely. Voting rates are so low right now. And yet a lot of people that have a serious opinion like fuck Trump or something don't actually go and vote. You have to. If you're a fuck Trump person and you don't vote, you're at fault if he wins. That's how it works. I know it sucks because, I mean, last two Canadian elections, I was just like, yeah, but you're all punk ass bitches. I don't want, you know, fuck y'all. But you got to do something.
Yeah, it's just like when they're talking about it's like the North America, you know, let's say North America, but just the US elections. The amount of people who are undecided and the amount of people who are unlikely to vote because they just can't decide.
Yeah.
It's just like...
it's criminal.
I mean, isn't it in some countries where, you know, it's illegal not to vote?
It should be. I totally agree with that. It also should be illegal for any party campaigning to talk about another party. You should only be able to tell me what you yourself and your party are going to do. The rhetoric and all the back and forth mudslinging, leave that to the tabloids where it fucking belongs. None of that should be in politics.
And in fact, it shouldn't even be in the tabloids, if you want my opinion.
True enough. But if you're stupid enough to read a tablet, there's nothing I can do for you. Oh, actually, yes, I can. It's called high school. Go back and finish.
Where is it? I don't know where it is.
Yeah. Carl Elwell in the chat there did nothing less than a $100 super chat.
Oh, dear God.
I send prayers and best wishes to every single person who has ever known Pete, the most amazing human, Foosh, on Carl's behalf.
Oh, thank you there, Dick.
Right? There's the message.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Oh, yeah, even the sun shines on a dog's ass now and then. That was my moment, right? Finally got something right. Yeah.
And you left me with a wonderful image.
Yeah, but I was looking at my tail when the sun hit, so I had to sneeze, right? No, I'm just kidding. I just didn't mean to do that,
Yeah, don't start going on about tails. You'll get yourself angry again.
There's this thing. It's beautiful and amazing when it goes down your throat. It's called beer, and mine's empty, so just a second.
Yeah. He's thrown me under the bus. He's going to get a beer, and I don't have it within my heart to be a stupid jerk and talk about shit. I'm going to have to. We're going to have to change this. We're going to have to shift this up. We can't wallow all fucking night.
Sorry, which way? What?
I'm just saying that normally when you bugger off and get a beer and you throw me under the bus, I start talking bullshit and bollocks and stuff.
Yeah, wrong night for that, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just saying. Well, we gotta change gear.
There's an easy way for you to
change gear.
There's an easy way for you to deal with that tonight. You can just go, see, he's just the most uncaring asshole to me, and then he's all nice to the rest of you. What,
That's because I don't give you super chats.
You
don't give a shit about me.
That's true. Yeah. It's a well-known...
When was the last time I gave a super chat? It was like oh, look at me. Hello, Dick. It's me in the chat. Remember me?
No, but I'm not even nice to people that have to give me money. Ask my ex-wife.
Oh, dear.
Hey, if you got the chats I did like 5 times a week, or text messages and stuff, after like 14 years, you'd make jokes too.
Oh, dear. Can we hook your text messages you get from your wife into the chat system of the show so you can see them scrolling up on the screen at the same time?
No, we'll get kicked off YouTube in like a matter of no time. Come on over and see us on BitChute,
Well, like nobody does.
Yeah.
Here we are on BitChute.
Yeah. At this point, BitChute must be paid for by advertisers who are too stupid to know that the viewers are bots.
So the advertisers.
Yeah. It's just AIs fighting for dominance, right?
Not to mention the people who put the content out as well.
Yeah. Speaking of AI, there was a thing that popped up in my chat or my recommended feed today, and somebody I used to know, I'm not sure who it is because they've changed their channel name and stuff, and so I didn't know who it was. They have a small subscriber count, and it was a new song they had done. So I was thinking, maybe like which YouTube or Liam Wakefield in the chat there. I thought, well, maybe him. He puts music up on YouTube. He's an accomplished player and musician. So I check it out. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? And then I look in the description and it was done on one of those AI services. So I instantly just went unsubscribe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so don't don't do that, people. Learn how to play. Yeah. Just like I'm going to paraphrase John Cougar from his first record. Forget all about that AI shit and learn how to play guitar.
Wasn't it Rick Beato recently was talking about this? He was listening to some music, and his kids were saying, "What the hell are you doing listening to that AI shit?" And
yeah,
and he did, and
he couldn't tell.
He didn't know.
Yeah,
he couldn't tell, but the kids did. And that was the interesting thing. There's like kids are going to be able to see through it. It's like when you see an AI image. It's incredible that so many people can't spot the image is AI generated.
Yeah.
And they'll comment about it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that cute little creature. That creature doesn't fucking exist. What are you talking about? And but the kids can spot it a mile away. And
it's odd.
So they've learned to ignore it. So we're going to have a
now
generation
think about
of people are going to ignore. We're all worried about AI.
Yeah.
But the kids are going to just go,
they don't care. Yeah.
They don't care. They're not going to take any notice of it.
Yeah. But with AI doing the deed instead of humans, the days of having like Daft Punk and bands like that actually know how to really write music instead of just somebody going, oh, that's probably right. And you can tell the like even in what I call dance music, because I'm an old man rock and roller, sorry, but even in all that electronica and stuff, you can tell the people who are musicians and who aren't. Because the ones who aren't end up in the same key signatures and stuff all the time because they just know instinctively that the notes aren't sour. But then you get bands like Daft Punk and others. I don't want to get too specific, and they go through all these key signatures and there's so much more writing involved and arrangement and stuff. You can just hear it right away. You know,
Dave, like people like Dave Vince Clarke was like the king of the '80s synth pop. It was so many bands that he wrote music for, and his stuff is just phenomenal. Even back then. Yeah. You're right. So there's going to be like a kind of like a what would you say? There's going to be a stratum of music ability between. But the thing is, like you say, it's not even just AI thing. People can just be mimic it, and I'm gonna play like Jean-Michel Jarre and repeat tunes over and over again. It's not what Jean-Michel Jarre did. If you actually listen to him, there's a lot more going on there than you think. And so when AI kicks in, it just it's going to be the blandest of the bland.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful because we've already had commercial desires and needs take popular music from a point where we did have people really being their own artist on the radio to now it's just so conformed and the mix and everything is the same and it's all just compressed nasty. There's no dynamic range. There's no fun with time signatures and key changes, and everything's gone and it's just mindless numb.
I did see a thing the other day that got me kind of excited, where there's an AI where you can just like input an audio track and it will animate any photo. And I thought, oh, that's going to be a step up for my avatar. But when you look into it, it's like, well, yes, it exists. It's not available for the public because it's going to get misused, and then there's other ways of doing it. And you look down in the technical detail. Oh, you have to get a bit shoot, download this and download that, and you got to do this. And I'm like, no, yeah. I just want to do it. Just want to plug it in, just go. I don't have to think about it. Yeah, and killed me. But there was also talking about AI. There was a video that I started to watch the other day. I can't remember what the subject was. It was spacey technology stuff. And I started watching it. I thought, oh, this could be interesting. And as soon as it started, you could tell it was one of those AI generated voices from a script. That was it. No, not doing it. I can't. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to listen to it. I mean, it could have been perfectly fine. It could have been great, but I just didn't. Just turn me off straight away.
Yeah. it would me as well, 100% right away, absolutely. I've been a musician since I was like 10 years old or something stupid, right? And I don't like it when people who haven't paid their dues and learned and grown and developed their own style and stuff are putting out this garbage when there is musicians out there that I could actually listen to. I just,
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
yeah, they just don't get anywhere anymore because they demand to be like, fed and paid and stuff, right?
Yeah, how disgraceful.
Yeah.
What was it someone said the other day? It was an interesting point of conversation. They were saying that they were in the past, AI was going to free us from all the drudgery, so I could concentrate on my art and my music.
Yeah.
And what's happened now is AI is taking over the art and the music, so I have to go and do a job.
I do want to clarify a thing. There is a few places where the whole AI music generation could be useful. So, like Michael, let's go to Michael Jackson here. I know what the hell, but come along. This way. I'll be Gaston the waiter, and I will lead you through this. My son loves him. So like Michael Jackson, when he was recording the Thriller album, he sat down with Steve Lukather, the guitar player from Toto, who was all over the Thriller record as a guitar player, and he would go like, I want it to go like do 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 do, and he would hum the damn melody, the lines, right? And Steve would figure out how to play it, and Michael would go, no, give it a bit more of a groove or something, right? And there we go. Now, if you're like somebody like that and you know what you want, you're just not capable, then using AI to come up with a backtrack so you can work out your lyrics and stuff and then hand that backtrack to, musicians who are going to come into the studio and actually record the song for you, I see that as viable and a good tool.
Yeah, there's some very interesting things I've seen with AI music tools where you can just like mumble into a microphone and it will turn it into something. So it gives you a great opportunity to build up a scratch track.
Yeah.
Pretty fast and pretty easy, which is, a good tool. It's not the replacement. It's not like that's not the final project.
Right.
Not yet. Maybe in a few years' time it might actually get to that stage. We don't know.
Right. But that's the whole thing, right? Somebody in the live chat there, Adam Round said, we need a Pete emoji. So I have a cutout of him. I can probably separate. Dear God, I'm not saying that. Give me a second. I almost tripped over my shit in a bad way there. I'm just thinking about like emojis. They're small, so I'll just put his face to it. In saying that, you probably realize the faux pas I almost made there.
Yeah, it would just be tiny, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell what it is pixel-wise.
Yeah, but this should be obvious. I just have to bring it into GIMP, no masks. Don't go there. Fucking people, man. Just kidding. Let me just get this a little bit better here. Okay. Tell a story, Dunk. Give me a second here.
I don't know. Tell a story. I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a bit of trivia for you. It's a movie quote. And I want you to name the movie, because I always like these. I always like some of these things. Sometimes they're kind of tricky.
Yeah,
they're kind of tricky to actually remember what the movie is, especially if you go, "Oh, I know it," and you're not allowed to Google. No Googling. So here's the quote. So I said to her, "If you think I'm spending $60 on a goddamn toaster oven, you're out of your mind." That's the movie quote. Now, what's the movie? It's the sort of thing that's tickling the back of your head there. You go, oh, I know that from somewhere. Where the hell is that from? Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
No Googling. No Googling it. You lot in the audience there.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that Jenny Johnson says, yeah, that sounds so familiar. Yes, it is. That's the problem. It is really, really familiar. But, yeah, can you place it?
Oh,
No, it's not. It's not Debbie Does Dallas. The Honeymooners. No, it's not. It's not the Honeymooners. Although it does kind of sound like something from the Honeymooners.
yeah, but $60 for a toaster.
Toaster
I mean,
oven.
I can. Oh, sorry.
A toaster oven.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I can get a toaster oven in this day and age for like $60, a cheaper one. So you can't go back too far on that quote, right? It's not that old.
It's not that old. It's quite old, but not that old.
Yeah. I'm thinking late 80s, early 90s, right?
Yeah. Save it, Private Ryan. Oh, yeah, good one.
Maybe Joe versus the volcano. I'm just doing Tom Hanks. Sorry.
Talking about AI, have you seen the new Tom Hanks movie that's coming out soon? God, who is it? Is it Robert Zemeckis is directing it? And it's about a family living in this house through the ages, and the movie's basically got young Tom Hanks in it.
Wow.
It must be. It must be like AI, generated blooming stuff. Oh, Liam Wakefield.
Is he right?
Wakefield got it. He got it.
Really? It's in 4?
Yeah, he Googled it. I don't believe he remembered that at all.
No, I don't think Liam would break the rule. I think he would have. Yeah.
It was the scene when they're landing in San Francisco, and it's the conversation between the two garbage men as the thing's coming in.
Now that's an offbeat quote. That's the kind of thing you can use for your own humor, and most people won't even catch it, right? I do that a lot. Okay, so I made a thing to do a Pete emoji here for the channel, but sadly, Annette on the channel there will laugh at me here for this, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do in YouTube Studio to make it do it. I don't know.
Oh dear.
I don't.
We'll come back. I'll sort it out for you.
This is the problem with delegation. It turns into deprivation of knowledge, and you just don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Sorting that bloody website. Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. Hey, wait a minute. Is it in here? Is anybody on the team doing this? Should I stop in case it gets all fucked up?
Hey, you're on the show. You're not supposed to be doing this now.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm interested now. I just thought maybe I could figure it out.
It makes a terrible show watching Dick do stuff in the background.
Okay, I'll stop. All right. So somebody else will figure it out. I have no idea, man. Well, stupid is as stupid does. I should know this, but I think the last time I made custom emoji, we were still in like the old YouTube studio, if that means anything to you. It's a long time ago now.
It was a while ago. Yeah, we need to sort all those out.
Yeah, I still miss the old YouTube studio, to be honest. There's still things that are missing. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah, for anybody that's joining late or whatever, we opened the show. It was all about Pete and the news. We're at this point, we're just kind of struggling for normality, and just trying to plug through.
Well, while I mute and go and blow my nose like a Scottish foghorn, PJ says we got some more shout outs to do.
Yeah, I best get to it then. Let's see here. Oh, Rose Rowley. Rowley? I still don't know how to fucking say that. She must giggle every time listening to me be an idiot. You all do have a terrific work here. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Rose. It's been a tough week to do anything. If anybody, if you missed, the news about Pete was what kept us from shows for a few days there. I wasn't screwing around and, dicking around until we got to address things, right? Lindsay Rogers threw in a €10 super chat there as well. Pete lived in service to mankind. He defended the weak and aided the injured. Took up arms to defend the innocent. I won't get mad, but I will pay to get even. Rest in peace, Pete. Damn good words. We've had some seriously poetic people that obviously have a better command of the English language than I do. Thanks, everyone. Jean-Marc Paganel threw a super chat in, Canadian. Ex-wife was a Sabit, SAIBT, big ass Saint Bernard, ducking. So just Jean-Marc Paganel has the sense of humor that belongs on the Shills. And we also had NA come in with gifting out memberships, no less. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3. I think I got it right. I hear a slight delay on the echo, so I can hear it in time with everybody on the show. And sometimes it screws me up because as I hear the slight delay, I can't count anymore because I'm an idiot. But welcome to everybody who is new members. Remember, we have a little game we play around here. If you are the last to get gifted a membership, you pay tonight's bar tab. So send us your details and I'll make sure to send the invoice out to you. And then Cinnamon in the chat has stepped it up and has become family member supreme at the Shills master level, no less. So I give you the sound of the police siren because your family will soon be wondering what is wrong with you. But thanks for the support. Love it. Love it. And Cinnamon, I got everything sorted here for you. You just have to, tell me where to send. I think we're caught up.
Isn't the top level of the Shills membership, isn't that the people who actually, find us the fine wines and whiskies and, vermouths and things?
Well, they're the ones that get to come to the stonemasons meetings, right?
Stonemasons.
Yeah, everybody slips into their best.
Is that the Illuminati's?
Yeah. According to Homer Simpson, right? Yeah. The only thing we sacrifice on those meetings, though, is our sobriety. So don't get the wrong idea. Before the show there, you'll see in the bottom right, we got a cool picture of Pete on the show. I had to do one of those quick background removal things of it. And I was about to go and do my old school hand draw it. And then I remembered, wait a minute, there's all those damn websites these days. There's got to be a quick and easy background removal. And wow, did I find one that works super quick. It was really cool. I'll give credit on that one. That's helpful because I'm not somebody who will pay for subscription software. I hate that. I resist it with every ounce of my being. So I don't have like Photoshop with the cool tools. I use the open source stuff.
You do realize there's a an open source Photoshop on the web is actually Photoshop, but it's within a browser.
Yeah, but it's Adobe Photoshop, right?
No, but it's exactly the
okay.
same as Photoshop, but it's in a browser and it's free.
Oh, I might have to check that out then. You'll have to give me the link, because as long as it's not Adobe, I'll use it. But I refuse to let Adobe in my world. I hate them. I know.
Yeah, no, mate, I hate them too, but I've got it. I'm paying for it. But but you know,
but you are like not just somebody who uses it, but you're award-winning visual effects artist. So obviously you have Adobe, because you can't go without it at that level. There's no way you could, right?
Yeah, but for, but I'm so famous. They should just give it to me for free. You know?
Well, I agree. They should also be over there cleaning your fucking toilet once a week. But that's another matter.
That would be nice.
Well, somebody should.
Somebody should. Sure, they're not going to be me.
Yeah, that porcelain wasn't brown, dude.
Yeah, I thought we ordered it in white, not avocado.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting a green toilet that's hairy.
Yeah. Mick Riley in the chat. GIMP is good. It's great, especially because there's you can do outside add-on thingies. Like if you know what you're doing, it's an awesome. And I love the old school interface of GIMP, because it's the same as what I learned in Photoshop 5 the first time I ever pirated that prick's shit.
I think I've only ever used GIMP a couple of times. That was years and years and years ago. But I never really got into it because I got Photoshop. I don't need to. Maybe I should have spent a bit more time playing with it.
It's more old school in its approach, and when you load it up, there's going to be a part of you that just goes, "Oh, that's like it's comfort." It's like bangers and mash. It's just it just makes you feel good.
I mean, one of the things I've been using a lot in Photoshop is the AI, extending images, replacing stuff. You just want to knock it out the park quickly.
Right.
It's really good. It's really good at that. But not at a professional level, unfortunately.
Right.
I've tried. I've tried in my work. Well, believe me.
Right.
I need to get this done. I'll just do Photoshop AI thing. It didn't quite work.
Right. Dude, I figured it out. Hold on. Okay. Save and publish. Aspect ratio must be 1 to... Oh, the world hates me. It's just awful. Okay, hold on a minute here.
It's going to be 1 by 1.
Yeah, so let's see here. I'll go like that. Okay. Sorry, everybody. 1 second here. I'm almost got...
It's going to have internal angles of 90 degrees. Make sure,
Yeah, hang on to your asses. We're debunking this one. Okay. Now, let me just... I'm so close here, peeps. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know. I suck at this. Hold on. I can't talk and do things at the same time because I'm...
evidently.
Yeah. A stupid male. Okay. So here we go.
The Wizard of Ooze saw me in the video me polishing my Emmy.
Oh yeah, cool.
on the Veritas video, no doubt.
Yeah.
My God, how did he get through 8 hours of that shit? My God.
That's true.
Listening to about flat earthers for 8 hours. Oh my God.
Yeah, because the first time it went down, we didn't have to wait. Go through all that other stuff, right? Because it was in the one you were watching, Okay, so here, I'm just testing this. Give me one more second, everybody. I love that moment, though. There's a few classics that you done. The water tower. Oh my God, with that idiot JM Truth. You know,
Poor old JM.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I did like taking the piss out of him because he was just so stupid and arrogant.
Yeah, yeah.
Only I know anything about film and video and visual effects. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Sure about that.
if you're a member of the channel, you should be able to go into our live chat and put a colon and then type Pete and put a colon, and there should be a cool emoji of Pete that you can use now. You might have to refresh watching us because I don't know that it'll work until you do. I don't know how that works, but yeah, check it out.
Just checking it out now.
Yeah, I bet you'll have to refresh before it works.
Yeah, you have to refresh.
You have to refresh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And that emoji will never leave. You have to close it, Linda, with a colon in the backside of it. No spaces. Yeah, some got it, some don't. So refresh the live stream if it's not working for you. And that will never leave the channel. That's forever now. Just a little something to honor our fallen friend. We'll do better, but you know, at this point, you know, like Annette, CF Beauty on the team there who runs everything, you know, myself. Well, I mean, Dunk didn't have the time I did to get to know him the way I did. And even still, it's Pete the fucking medic, man. Everybody feels it, you know?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't get to know him as well as you did, and my God, it hit me hard too.
Yeah. He's just one of those dudes. He's just, you know, a little bit cooler than almost everyone.
Is.
Yeah,
Still is.
Yeah. So, yeah. There we go. There's a direct donation in here. Oh, Liam Wakefield in the chat there. Sent in a $10 direct donation. Stupid YouTube wouldn't fucking let me send this. I put the swearing in. How many tourniquets should each Ukrainian soldier have? More. So please, in the wake of this, I'm adding here, we donate to Project Constantine. We don't move on. Yenna, Helena, and the group are putting their efforts forward exactly as they were before. This was announced today. She said that's what they're doing. So, I mean, it's in honor of their fallen brother. So, of course, they're going to keep going. And, yeah. And we will as well then, right? You know, Greg's man Xenia is on the scene. We have many on the ground contacts between a bunch of us on YouTube, so there's no problem making sure that everything gets exactly where it needs to be. It's just the worst fucking news there could be.
Yeah. Greg Terry's gonna sort it all out.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it. Whatever happens, he's going to be the master of just scooping all the mess up and just turn it into something.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Think about I know, but think about Greg in this right now. He lands to go and see his brother. He finds out the news, and now he's got to step into high gear and get everything happening while he's still doing his other stuff while he's there and whatnot. He doesn't even have time to process. I mean, if I was Greg Terry, there's no way I'd even be close to grieving yet. I'd still be flipping out.
Yeah. I mean, he's an incredible man too.
You know,
I gotta say.
You know what I said to him last time we were just talking there. Well, this morning, I said, "Look, I know how difficult this is going to be, but you and I both know you got to stay strong for a bunch of people right now. So, you know, love and prayers, man. You know, what do you say?
What prayers coming from you?
Yeah.
Who do you pray to?
Well, I don't. It's just that's what that's
Oh dear.
Okay, so where do we go now? What time is it? 1:37. Is anybody out there want to jump in and have a few words or anything? We can put the join link so you can pop into the show and say hi and stuff in the Discord. I'm not putting it in the live chat. That can't happen. You got to join the Discord. We're stupid, but we're not that fucking stupid. Let's see if I can figure out even how to do this. There's got to be I posted it somewhere before, didn't I? We don't normally give this one out, but we're about to make a new room on this video thing, so it doesn't matter.
The interesting thing is you could actually put the join out in the chat, because in the old days when you used to do it, people just join the Google link and then just bomb it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to do through video, because you still have to actually kind of bring them onto the screen and sort things out.
Yeah, I could keep somebody quiet if I.
Yeah, you can keep them out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you're going to, but it's just interesting how things have moved on from those days.
Yeah. I'm just putting an instruction here to the thing. I'm telling everybody to click the gear wheel when they join. Click the gear wheel at video and select smooth and cool, right? Because, connection issues and stuff. We better make sure here. But this will work on any device with a Chrome browser. If you're a Mac user, don't use Safari. That's just don't use Chrome. So it's in our general chat in Discord. We'll get some of the team in here and stuff too. And, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I should roll another one.
Who are you talking to? You're talking to your inner self.
Yeah. Talking to my imaginary friend. Yeah. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, it's a rough couple of days. It's not easy to deal with.
Well, you say that, it's kind of easy for us.
Well,
in comparison.
Yeah, but I don't do that whole scale of things and stuff. It just life sucks right now. I don't like it. It's too the whole thing's too real right now. Yeah, join our Discord if you want to click the link and jump in. I'm going to actually switch us over to the active speaker audio. One sec, everybody. And then that way I don't have to, work on everybody individually there. That'll be easier. Okay. So now we're ready. People will be heard before I give them their hexagon spot. And if you jump in and start, barrel rolling things and whatnot, I'd hang up on you. So be nice.
He'll come round and bite your balls off.
Yeah. I'm looking for testosterone, so I'm, raw.
With a little dash of chili sauce.
Yeah. That story, that guy eating raw bull's testicles to see if his testosterone goes up. You'll never
get that taste out of your mouth.
Yeah. Pethra Olson in the chat says she lost her mom this week. condolences. Sorry to hear.
Seems to be a lot of that going around recently.
Yeah. Our one of our mods, BME, you'll notice BME's not in the chat with us right now. BME just lost his mother as well. It sucks getting old. Sorry for your loss there, Pethra.
I don't know if actually getting old makes any difference because
more people.
I lost my mum when I was like 16.
Yeah. That's early.
It just never goes away.
Yeah. Yeah, both my parents are gone and they pop into my head all the time and stuff, Yeah. All the time. There's even times when I think, I got to call them and yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the night my mum died, and we had a load of people turn up at the house, and within hours we had contingents come down from Scotland.
Mm.
They must have been doing 300 miles an hour to get down the motorway to come and see us.
Mm.
But anyway, I got me my gran. She was still alive, and she was sitting there telling a story about my mum. And she goes, Peggy will know. Peggy, come on.
Oh.
And she just goes,
Yep.
It's that was a weird thing.
That's that whole march through the cycle of dealing with loss, because there's you think you've totally accepted it and you haven't, and you keep doing that for a time.
I think one of the things that really galls me is that my mom never met my wife or my children. Yeah, they never met her either. So it's just not even, didn't even happen.
Yeah, my folks didn't get to meet my son Felix, but they did see him in a video chat a few times, and but not in person. They weren't capable of crossing the country, and when my son was young, when they were still alive, being on the spectrum, there was no way, it was going to happen. He's pretty deep on the spectrum, right? There was no way we were flying or driving across Canada. I'd have had to drug him with an IV, So,
well, at least you had the opportunity to do video calls.
Yeah. Yeah. I sent them an iMac early on, when Felix wasn't that old, just so we could do that a little bit, right? It was funny when they got the iMac, because the mouse is called a mouse. That's the laying the foundation for this. So they get the computer, and I mean, it's an iMac. You just plug in the keyboard and mouse, plug in the power, and turn it on, right? They get a hold of me on the phone, and the mouse isn't working properly. So I'm trying to walk them through it. We plug it into a different USB port and a few things, and it's not working. And then they finally start describing it a bit better, and all the directions are wrong. So I'm like, wait a minute. What direction is the wire coming out of the mouse? Is it out the bottom or the top? Well, the bottom, because that's where a mouse's tail would be. And I'm like, no, you just got it upside down.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they just, It was funny. My dad even said, well, why the fuck call it a mouse? But yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, Simon Townend there. That asshole that did the video today. Absolutely. Oh, he showed up. Lou Hammer. Hey, The mods already got you, but if you still happen to be here listening, if you ever want to go out and have a beer, I'd love to punch you in the head a few times, hold your head down, and fucking teabag you till your eyes pop out, you fucking human piece of shit. Don't ever come near my channel again. Fucking worthless fuck.
I was saying, in a Black Corner that he got booted off too early because the channel would have just eaten him up for breakfast.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. You worthless fuck. Fuck you.
There we go. Now we got something for your anger to
yeah. Oh, I needed that.
direct at.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody give me a baseball bat full of nails and I'll stick it up his fucking rectum.
See, this is what you're good at. This is your prime moment. If you've not seen Dick Dawson go up some people on some of the older shows that we've done, you've missed a treat because Dick Dawson knows how to put someone down in the right manner. Just say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ugly. It's properly ugly, but
it's accurate.
If you can take a little raunchy humor. Oh yeah. You know what?
He'll be back.
What's his fucking name again? Lou Hammer. If you've got any balls hanging between your legs under that fucking toothpick of a thing you call a prick, go to the channel's about page. There's an email. I dare you. Give me an email. We can have a one-on-one live and see what you're fucking made of.
Yeah, he's join the Discord. We got the link.
Step to me, bitch. You think you got a mouth? Fuck, let's see what you got.
Yeah, bring your balls that are covered in Cheeto dust, and we'll sort you out.
Fucking right. I give you 5 minutes before you squeal for your mommy's teat, you little fuck. I need a beer. Hold on.
All 6 of his mummy's teats, because she's probably a bitch as well. Oh, he's gonna get a beer, and I'm topping up as well. Actually, you know, that would have been pretty cathartic tonight. Actually, to have all the fucking haters just turn up. You know, almost like a debate, but without the debate structure, and just tearing them. I'll be the moderator, and you can just tear them to shreds.
I'd do it. I got enough beer. You know, I got at least a half an ounce of good grass.
and a pool ball and a sock ready to smack him.
Yeah. And I'm in a snarky fucking mood. Bring it on.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's perfect timing.
Oh yeah. This would just be like when I used to do my little rants on that puny cock fuck. Oh man, I got so vicious on that guy. That was nasty. But, you know, he's the kind of thing you scrape off your shoe after you've been out in a cow field for a while. So it's not really, you know, it's not like I was bringing the news to anyone. You know?
Yeah, because, you know, believe it or not, Dick's not actually a very, very hateful person.
No. You got to earn it. You got to earn it.
That's what I was going to get to. But people can manage to do it.
I mean,
they get that respect, that kind of level of respect that only Dawson can give.
Yeah, it's personalized. Then, you know, I care, right? No, but people around here, all the fellow babies watching and stuff, everybody knows that, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve, as they say, as it pertains to quite a few things. I'm, you know, I got a streak in me that'll come out, but.
Oh, here he is. Can I read this out?
Please.
Oh, please. He says, I'm a 19D. Was that your breast size?
Is that a bra size?
Yeah. I toppled 2 nations. If you ever see me face to face, I'll be the last face you'll ever see.
I could kick your fucking ass with one hand tied behind my back, you fucking bitch.
Oh, he's got his handbag out. Oh, I'm scared. Ooh.
I was a black belt at 18, you little fuck. Come at me. I'll fuck you up like you've never seen.
No, stop hiding him. Liam Wakefield, Liam Wakefield has got a wrench. Take his fucking wrench away. No, Liam, no.
Yeah. Let's let him have just a tiny bit of a.
Sorry, Liam, you're losing your wrench.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because
not allowed.
Yeah, but Liam wasn't in the back chat with the other mods where I said if he shows up, give him a minute, right?
He's been told. He's been told in the chat already.
Okay. Yeah. Let the other viewers have a little, I would fuck you with your mother's head, you bitch moment, right? Is that too far? No, it couldn't be. Not for him.
No, it's not far enough. I'm sure we could go. Should I post?
Probably
his
not
video?
wide enough because I meant to do something that he would actually feel. Right? No,
we don't want to see his video, Liz Mailer. No.
Yeah. Oh, no! Don't post a link to his video. It's the worst though. He was having a blast, and he thought it was a good time that our friend Pete the medic was killed in action. That's why we hate this piece of shit. Right? He's one of those fucks that does that hooray, one of those actual Nazi people, and that's what he was taught. It's awful. It's just
what is this little cunt's nationality? Where's he coming from? What's his story? Is he American? He British? European?
I don't know. Yeah.
Russian?
Yeah. I left a comment on his video today from the Shills account, and then I had to go back and edit it, and I put my name in it because, I was doing it. And then I realized, well, why, because I used the wrong browser. So then I went to my account and left a comment. And then I realized, no, we got to delete these because we can't be giving them the algorithm push. And then somebody in our Discord was saying, yeah, get these fucking comments off there. What are you people doing? And it was very much true. And so I knew he was going to show up because I had used the goddamn channel account, right? I knew it was going to happen, right? Well,
yeah, I mean, Pete was a fucking medic. I wouldn't even celebrate the death of a Russian medic. You know what I mean? It's like people are people who are trying to save people. I don't give a shit what side you're on. That's all they're doing. They're just trying to save people's lives. Yeah. While everybody else is trying to bomb the shit out of each other. Fine, okay, they can do that. But the medics, Jesus Christ, you're even fucking lucky to have medics in that environment.
Yeah.
And from what we said, we hear, there's no medic to help Pete out. There's probably not a lot of medics left.
Yeah. And you know what, Mr. Lou, jerk myself off in a dark corner of my mother's bedroom. Pete's the kind of guy that while he's sitting up there looking down, watching us right now, he would pray for you to still get across into the pearly gates. That's the human being he is, you fucking fuck.
Well, we'll have a word with Pete. We'll go get a Ouija board out and tell Pete, this one's not coming in.
Greg is going to kill you for that.
He'd probably fucking agree. Shut the fuck up. He'd probably help.
Yeah, he's got inside contacts. Actually, he can make it easier. Yeah,
I was going to say he'll be on the diary. He's got a DM with God, and he'll be there. It's like on the Heaven Discord. There'll be Greg Terry will be there saying, don't let this fuck in.
I tell you what, if anybody has God on speed dial, it's Greg Terry.
I think you got it the other way around. I think God's got him on speed dial.
Yeah. What did you just commit me to now? It's just... come on, we're teasing. We love Greg, right?
Yeah, no, I think God listens to Greg's channel more than Greg listens to God.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you know if we get an email from Lou, the worst piece of filth we've seen on this channel in years, and see if he decides to come on and have a
Hammer.
yeah.
Hammer. What a gay. It's so. Oh, I'm Blue Hammer. Ooh, I'm Blue Hammer. Watch out for me.
This man is
More like a
denying his true self in a sexual way to the point of denial that's so bad it's not funny, right?
We should change his name to Louis Dildo.
Oh yeah, batteries included, right? You know,
as a cock hammer.
But yeah, Lou, if you got the balls, man, show up and talk to me live. I'll give you a fair shot.
Even at least one ball. Even if you just got one ball, even if you've got no balls,
just carry it in your mouth if you have to. I don't care. Yeah. You know,
his balls have probably been eaten by that TikToker. They're trying to.
It was spun on a drill. Ate it like a corn cob, man.
Took all the hairs off. Not the other. Not the other.
Yeah, it's a new method of shaving.
Oh dear.
And one thing,
testicles, not peanuts.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
One thing I want to throw in, if we ever do make the odd joke that's a little bit gray area and you're like, whoa, I don't know about that, you got to remember that joke is only funny because he's obviously so homophobic it makes the world sick, right? That's why it works. We're not using that as the joke, we're using him as the joke. Right. So context matters, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because, wow, you know, I mean, he's the kind of guy that walks in on his mom changing and realizes, Jesus, your penis is bigger than dad's. I mean,
and it looks delicious.
And dude, I'm taking it easy on you. Join me to, feel it real, please.
Yeah, come on, yeah,
please.
No, look, you'll be helping Dick out. I mean, look at we're heartbroken about about Pete and all that kind of stuff. Dick is in a mess. Just join us, and look, you'll be helping Dick out.
That's right. It's going to be therapeutic.
Allowing him. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I need to work this out. And I don't have a gym membership because, well, fibromyalgia. If I had to punch anything for more than 5 minutes, I'm going to
that and you're cheap.
Yeah, that's true too. Cheap is actually putting it lightly.
Yeah, but you're not. I'm not joining this gym on a submission basis.
Yeah. But
what do you think you are, Adobe?
But I'm cheap because I'm broke. It's not a personality trait. It's a reality, right? Like, I only eat 2 meals a day, so I can still afford a 6-pack, right?
I always wondered why you weren't drinking the best Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
I thought it was just because you were cheap.
Yeah, no.
The
only time I get spirits that are like bubbly like that, I literally have to pucker up to a straw and fart, right? It's not tasty, but it still looks sexy, right?
See, we're having fun, we're having laugh, and we're still honoring Pete all at the same time.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I think little Pussy Winkle's buggered off.
Yeah. That's too bad. Lou and I could have dressed up as wrestlers and got some massage oil out and could have kicked the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
Lewis, where are you, Lewis?
Yeah. We could do it like a 80s hip hop thing where somebody plays a beat and you got to diss the other guy in rap, right?
Well, you certainly wouldn't be like a fucking breakdancing. You're fibro.
No. I break if I dance. Right? It's
Even just doing dad dancing.
I can barely
Yeah.
sit here.
I've seen you scratching nuts and owled.
It's a common source of pain.
That's why we have a team to do that now.
Yeah.
That's a great thing about being a prominent YouTuber is you have people to do things for you.
Yeah, you have 14 bamboo wands and a staff that rotate, right?
Yeah, the whole scratching your balls thing, that staff rotation seems to rotate quite often.
There's a turnover rate, funny enough. Okay.
Fuck, where were we?
Yeah, I don't. Rick Sanchez puts up the pineapple, so in honor of that.
And now for something completely different.
Oh, not gonna say it.
Every time I do that, I forget to think of something that changes the topic to say.
Yeah.
It kind of defeats the purpose of that stinger, doesn't it?
It does. It does. That's why I always throw in camel toes, because it just always throws you. But
Yeah.
But now you're expecting it.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Yeah. Let's give a chat dance shout out to all the Shills viewers in the chat who have had such amazing messages for our beloved friend, dearly departed Pete, and his closest loved ones and stuff. So I know this is an odd switch because of the music and everything, but it's all I got. So a party for the chat quick, because without you, this show kind of means nothing. Captain Kirk's beloved is there for you.
No, Kirk didn't. No, that's the wrong one. That's an Andorian. Kirk was after the green ones. What are the green ones called?
Yeah, but there's no way that Captain Kirk, through his cadet years and stuff, didn't go around the rainbow. You know what I mean?
You're saying he did Spock too?
Oh, I'm sure there was some given and some taken. Everybody was drunk and great times were had, right?
Hey, Spock, let me help you through your pond.
Yeah. We talked about this earlier. I'll bring it up again. We've got some videos, still photos, and, a collection of media that was sent to the Shills team over time from the late, great Pete. And I do have to check, because some of it was very like, you're not allowed to share this, but I'm sending you a hello because, you're the Shills. But we're going to make sure that we're safe. And if need be, Dunk will do a little quick magic, not cinema magic, but quick magic, so we could show you a couple of the other ones as well and make them safe. And we've got a little thing we're going to put together coming up. But I'm not at acceptance yet in the cycle of dealing with things. So to sit down and even start doing that, I'm not there. Right? That'll just give me through the whole cycle of again. Annette CF Beauty in the live chat there. She knows damn well.
Yeah, but there's no need to rush it. Let's be honest.
Yeah. There's no rush. That's the whole thing. You don't have to be first. You don't have to be in all that stuff, right? It's irrelevant. That I don't care about that.
No, it wasn't that one of the things that Lou Hammer thing was jumping up and down about, like, Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I was the first one to get the news out.
Yeah.
It's like, so
yeah,
you did it as a complete dick. But yeah, you don't have to be first.
Yeah, exactly. I think sincerity is you know, but no, again, I wouldn't want to draw offense to anybody who's already done something in retrospect and stuff, because, you know, if you're somebody who can gather their words together and put something together or something in that time frame, good on you. I'm just not capable.
No, you missed my point. It's not the point that,
No, I just wanted
guy-
to clarify, because
yeah.
I realized, you know, a few people had already done a few things, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I got a one-sided view that I just put out that could be misconstrued as nasty.
No,
right?
I understand that, and I'll back you up on that, because Lou was basically jumping up and down saying that he was the first.
Mhm.
So like that was for him, that was the most important thing, not the things that he said.
Yeah.
You know, that was, I mean, it's like, you know, like when like it's weird, like on TV when someone dies, and you know, especially if they're getting on in years, and you just fucking know they've already made the program. They've got it already. Yeah, it's been taped. It's been recorded. It's got people, you know, interviews and what they're. Can you give us an interview or your retrospective of this person? Oh, he is not dead yet. Well, but he will be.
Right. You know,
that's kind of weird.
I've got a super shout out here to do. One of those coffee donations. Something wrong. 3 different words. Absolutely amazing username. In honor of a wonderful man. I have no words for how tragic Pete's loss is. That's honestly said because I still don't have the right words. So I have to agree with you. There's quite a few people processing some pretty hard shit as it pertains to some of us creator types that, you know, got to talk to them a bit more than others. I don't like the idea of a hierarchy of, well, I knew so-and-so better and all that, right? But, you know, I was in a special position to talk to him a bit more than some people. And
yeah, I mean, the thing is, you know, if it affects you personally. You know, there's no, there's nothing wrong with admitting that. You know, and there's no, like you say, there's no kind of like hierarchy, you know, or anything like that. You know, you get around to talking about it in your own goddamn fucking way and your own goddamn time.
Yeah,
you know.
I know there's this weird tendency for people to try to, well, my grief is bigger than yours and whatnot. And there's just this weird thing and usually pertains to families. So I don't think we'll see much of that in our more open social media community that the Shills and Rick the Ukrainian and Greg Terry experience and, you know, are. I hope not. Right. I just see this from the background so often.
Oh, you know. Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't even get just down to grief. It's like my wife sees it all the time when she's talking about her like medical issues and it's like these like Facebook groups and circles. But you know, it's all right for you because you've only got this, that, and the other. But I have to deal with this, that, and the other. It's like there's always people just trying to outdo other people, and it's like, well, can't you just like fucking just like be human? Just
I find that quite ugly. You know.
Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot.
Yeah, I find that ugly. It's a sad reality of being what I would say is an overly social species now. I mean, the human race is social by its very nature, but, you know, modern technology and ability at times maybe gives us a voice we don't quite deserve.
Yeah.
You know, like look at Lou for an example, right? You know, it's like listening to a goat fart in a fucking canyon where it echoes, right? You know.
But it's also like because in the modern age, I mean, I talk to people across the world sooner than I do talk to my next door neighbour, and also you end up having this is the whole reason why things like flat Earth blows up on the internet because groups can find each other a lot quicker, as opposed to walking down the pub and saying, "Who else believes the Earth is flat?" And they'll all laugh at you and throw you out.
Exactly. Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But these days, you can just go online and find, these kind of people, or you can find those weird like sexual groups that like women to sit on balloons and burst them. And all.
Idiots are like shit magnets because they always seem to attract around the feces, right?
Brilliant analogy.
There's got to be some science there, right?
Yeah. It's like you're a modern day philosopher.
Yeah.
Socrates.
Dickie Descartes.
Yeah.
I have to thank Greg Terry for that one. It's got to be the first time in history I've ever called myself Dickie. Yeah, you know what? Don't thank Greg for that. I'm not sure that's appropriate right now. Now that I reflect on what just happened. Well, you know what they say? With great thirst comes great need for alcohol. So hold on.
I don't remember that quote in Spider-Man. Was that in Spider-Man? Maybe Aquaman. Dick is the Aquaman. Yeah. This ocean of beer. I'll take it. Douglas Stewart, he's a poet and don't know it. Yeah. Oh, dear. Hang on a minute. I thought it was only going for a beer. Is he going for a shit as well? Would you give me a bit more warning of this? Liz Mayer says, talk sexy dunk. Oh, nipples, breasts, bottoms, legs, toes, strumpet. Did that do it for you? Yeah. Oh, didn't do it for me. Dear God. Oh, for God's sake, Dick, you've fallen flat on your face, haven't you? Gone get beer and he's fallen flat on his fucking face again. Yeah, it's late night with Dunk.
Okay.
Made
it. Yeah. Had to go have a Riley break as well there.
You went for a shit.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
Plumb to the depths of the oceans with his minds.
Yeah.
Bob's away, chaps. Bob's away.
If you don't know the reference, everybody, there's this guy, Anthony Riley, and he thought he muted on stream one time, but he didn't. And instead of getting up, he just pissed into an empty bottle, and you could hear him doing it on the air. And so for years, and ever since, and this is like 4 years now or something, what we say on the channel just to be funny is, oh, Riley break, 1 second.
We don't even say it to be funny.
No. Now it just means I got to go for a piss.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's just terminology.
Yeah. Like we have a special thing in our Discord that you all can't see. It's only for a few of us, and it's called our green room. And it's where I can type things and say, oh, hold on a minute, my doorbell, and then I can just mute and leave. And Dunk knows I don't even have to say, I'm getting up or whatever, right?
But if Dick does say, I'm off for a David Weiss, you don't want to know.
Marty in the chat says, and it was a long piss. Laugh my ass off. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Leave it to a flat earth believer to really screw up like that. The only person that did worse was that American politician who muted his mic and thought that turned the camera off too, and proceeded to unzip his pants and pull his prick out during a like a political Zoom meeting. And everybody's like, dude, what are you doing?
PJ says, what about going for a Dave Murphy? Lol. Chilled or warm?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Somebody's got to Google that. Who was the politician guy in America who pulled his junk out? He must have been giving her the old 5-knuckle shuffle or 4-knuckle shuffle. I guess the thumb counts, right? Because of one of the people in the meeting.
I thought about it.
Yeah, exactly, right? How does that? Yeah, he wrapped that hot dog and, frictioned it up and warmed it up. And it must have been somebody in Zoom that he was kind of going humming over, right?
Yeah. You see, when I do it, I call it a 2-finger tackle.
Even that's a stretch. Yeah. Toothpicks with a couple of Q-tips tied to them, right?
You got to put it out.
But yeah, dude just figured it was open season on the old weenie, right? Wow.
His OnlyFans blew up after that.
Yeah, it really, really confused his wife because she hadn't seen that shit in years, right?
Well, without the camera, probably neither did he.
Yeah. She was like, Your Honor, I can't confirm if that mole was there before because I haven't seen that thing since our children,
It's like going back to flat Earth videos again. It was like beyond the horizon. The camera managed to pull it back into view.
Yeah. Liam Wakefield in the chat says it's Jeffrey Toobin. Toobin? Is that how I say that?
Jeffrey.
And then CF Beauty posted a thing. Anthony Weiner?
Wiener.
You've got to be shitting me.
I think it was Wiener actually, because that was that's what was so funny about it.
Okay, hold on a minute here. I've got to get this up on the screen. Okay.
Wiener.
You can't make this shit up, really. Oh my god.
You're either tubing it or wienering it. Either one is funny.
I figure they were both in on it. So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is he who strokes pecker. Multiple sex scandals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming at different times.
Yeah, now wait a minute.
Not all at the same time.
This is somebody that's totally in like political office and stuff, and it's not one, it's multiple. Right? And the first one goes back to 2011. What?
Well, isn't like Donald Trump? It's like no one will take you seriously unless you have the sex scandals along the way. I mean, why Bill Clinton isn't still in charge? I don't know.
Donald Trump probably fucked him a few times just to, make sure he was loyal or something. Just at this point, the guy seems to be a complete sleaze, Well,
so am I, but at least I'm not running for president.
Wow, I didn't know he was such a scumbag. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Jeffrey Tobin is the masturbator, and this guy is also a prominent lycanthropist.
There was a story in one of the 42 shows that we never actually got to, and it was this woman who was basically stripping in public because the woman's body is beautiful and we should share it and all this kind of stuff. And she was kind of like getting away with it and all this kind of stuff. I was thinking, well, it's all right for her to do it. When I do it, it's a criminal act. Hang on a minute. How's this fair?
Well, I do understand. It's that whole thing where when you have to hold your belly up so people can see your junk, they just get a little bit pissed, right?
Oh, I wear a girdle. Shut up.
You should probably work on your pose so that it works a little bit better for you, right? Then you could probably get the public more excited about the project, right?
I don't think excited is the word you should use.
Yeah, I wouldn't attribute it to myself in that moment.
Still, it's left you a beautiful image in your mind to go to sleep with tonight.
Don't do that ever again.
I'll send you pictures.
You'll send me cash just for making me see them.
Again?
The only man who sends out nudes and has to pay for the privilege.
Yeah, it's like a reverse OnlyFans.
Okay, what do we got now? 2.5 hours. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm in no rush. Are you in a rush yet?
No.
It's only 2 letters in that word. Not that hard to say.
I'm trying to find an excuse and I can't think of one.
Well, then, lick her up. Good to go.
Lick her up? That's another court case.
Not when you're married.
Didn't say it was my wife.
You could just say you got lost to going to the bathroom or something, Yes. I was sleep licking. I don't know.
I was trying to chew on her balls. You just happened she didn't have any.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Although, I don't think that actually helps, does it? That doesn't help the argument.
No, I was going to say, if you do that, she's probably going to restrict your participation on the Shills. That's not the sort of dream a person should be having.
Mm.
I'm trying to figure out this coffee site thing here in the background. Sorry, but I can never make it update to give me the information. I don't understand. Isn't that important? Isn't that part of the service that I could understand what's going on?
What was the other one you were
Very
talking
weird.
about? Because you said there's. How's this one? Is this Ko-Fi?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a Buy Me a Coffee one, which is a different service.
Up till only a few weeks ago, whenever Rick the Ukrainian or somebody said, buy me a coffee, I thought they were talking about this Ko-Fi service we use. It's Ko-Fi. Coffee. Just spelt like
Wrong.
Yeah, somebody who's listened to a lot of hip hop, right? And so when Rick was saying, go to my buy me a coffee, I thought it was the same service. And then just a couple of weeks back or whatever it was now, I clicked his buy me a coffee link to send in a little joke, because normally I just send my money if when we're doing things and stuff with them direct through PayPal. I mean, I know the guy, right? But when I saw the link pop up, I was like, well, that's different. I had no idea there was even 2 services. So it looks like the buy me a coffee that Rick uses is better than the one we use. So we might just switch. Yeah. But we're not going to have 1,000 of them. I mean, how many can you have? That's stupid, right?
Well, it kind of makes you wonder how many coffee derivative, donation sites there are.
Right. And what if you're more of a tea drinker? Buy me a tea bag. Oh, maybe that doesn't sell well.
Buy me a Dave Murphy urine drink. Can we come up with our own? Can we make our own one up?
Oh, we should sell
would that
lime
work?
juice so people don't think it's urine.
How? Without testing it?
Well, it's green. Yeah, I just figured. That
Why?
would-
What colour's your urine?
Okay, well, that's odd.
Okay. No, never mind. No, we'll scratch that conversation.
Uh,
And now for something completely different.
Camel toes.
So, let's see here. Where to go now? I don't even know.
See, you did it again. You press the button without thinking ahead.
There's a TV show that's been released. I do believe it's been subbed. It's from Ukraine. It's on my torrent download site, and right now in the background, the encoder for OBS seems to be going a little bit crazy. So I'm not going to start opening sites because I think it's one of those days where it's not doing the best. But it looked like a really good show to watch, and I'm really eager to watch it. But our little server that runs our Plex server and everything had a hardware failure, and I'm waiting for the replacement tower to show up. But it's a HP Z series, and it's like 80 pounds, and shipping wasn't cheap or quick. It's almost here. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you said it was nearly there, but
Well, it is. It's only hours away, but Canada Day is tomorrow.
so everything grinds to a halt.
Yeah, it's going to show up in the sorting center overnight, like an hour from me, but I won't see it until Tuesday.
Mm.
Yeah. But it'll be cool to have it back because I can
Well, the
just
day
plug
after-
everything in and away we go.
Yeah, the day after Canada Day, it would just probably just like fuck off somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
care.
Dude won't show up until the day after because they're
Yeah.
all hungover, right?
Yeah, but they'll apologize.
Yeah, yeah. I would understand. That's fine. Chris Lundy says Merck has hot dogs on his buy me a coffee. How does that work? What? Hot dogs?
In a coffee in Africa. Okay, if we had the opportunity to do a buy me a ... blank, what do you think it should be? If we
Porsche.
could invent our own, buy me a Porsche. Bugatti Veyron, please. Thank you.
No, the maintenance is way too extreme. A Porsche, that's fine,
Oh no, that comes with it. That comes on the second side. Is buy me the Bugatti Veyron maintenance.
Yeah. $80,000 every 2 years. Here we go, right?
Dear.
Yeah, but I agree with this logic.
Yeah.
Never mind drinks.
Well, we could just call it beer.com.
Oh, so
Beer.
yeah,
No, you don't even say buy me a beer, just go beer.
Back in our private chat in the back there, Annette CF Beauty says on that buy me a coffee site you can change it to anything you want, right? So it could be yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Tubba fist it on the way.
Buy me an airline ticket so I can teabag Lou live on the show.
Buy me Taylor Swift.
I don't think they've got blow up dolls that look that real yet.
I don't know. I've seen her. She looks great.
Yeah. But
What about buy me a shrubbery?
one that looks nice.
Yeah, nothing too expensive. Oh yes, that's the one. That's the one. Buy me a shrubbery.
Buy
We
me
gotta
a
do it.
shrubbery. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. That is so us.
Okay. Yeah. That's what we'll do. You know, not that we're ripping off anybody in any way.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, you know,
No.
because no one's ever heard of them anyway.
No, exactly. You know.
Mm.
No, Eric, stop. It's our idea, okay? Fuck. This is what happens when you know celebrities. They think they know everything.
That was the funny thing in that the Weird Al Yankovic movie was when he was doing Eat It. You know, eat it,
Yeah.
and basically he was really pissed off because Michael Jackson came out with a song. Copy
know.
his song.
I know. Quincy Jones has even admitted when him and Michael Jackson were in the studio doing Beat It that they were just ripping off Weird Al Yankovic. You know, they have admitted it.
Oh, this is a brilliant part of the movie. And if you haven't seen it, it's well worth watching. It's a hoot.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird Al's always had that thing, you know. His comedy is good.
Mm. Got such great respect for such a fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love that guy. He's awesome. He always asks for permission, and if somebody says no, he won't do it. But if he did write a good song for it, he will perform little bits of it live.
Uh-huh.
You know, because that's okay. You can't stop that, right? You know. Yeah. He's funny as hell.
There's another great bit in the movie when he's playing Amish Paradise, and the camera's panning along the audience, and the audience is like, you know, they're all clapping and cheering and singing along. And then there's LL Cool J just like fucking just staring.
Well, you know, Coolio, the guy that sang Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah. Oh, is that who's supposed to be? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Am I getting it wrong? Is that
Yeah,
the same
Coolio
person?
with the hairdo that looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a forest that was burned down like the day before, you know. The funny thing is Coolio famously agreed to the parody, and his management team gave Weird Al permission. But then when the parody came out, Coolio was furious. And
Why? Because it was too good.
well, he was just, you know, making a mockery of my intent song and blah, blah. And it's like, well, you guys approved it, you know? And then, you know what Weird Al did is that year for the award ceremony, Coolio and Weird Al were paired as presenters. So Weird Al did his hair exactly like Coolio's. And they got on stage. They had to go on stage, and Coolio didn't know until like a minute before they were about to present, and they were put together backstage. And dude was like, "Okay, then." And yeah, go back and watch it, and you can see that Coolio's trying to be cool. Now, years later, in Coolio's favor, he has publicly come out and said that his behavior about crying about the parody and stuff was horrendous and awful. And it was the low point of him as a person in his music career, because he should have worn it like a badge of honor the way other musicians had.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a fair point, actually.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
You know, but it was a strange situation. I think Coolio, probably in a moment of not paying attention, told somebody, yeah, fine, or whatever, and didn't really realize what he was saying, and then was pissed afterwards because he was trying to be very intense, and that was my image, and, you know.
So when we do Buy Me a Shrubbery, they should wear it as a badge of honor.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, Eric
Disrespect.
Idle is sitting like 20 feet from me right now, trying not to be heard on the mic because he's a professional. But
Well, I know
you
he's always writing down everything you say because you used to say the funniest things, and you know that shit doesn't come from nowhere.
I've been his script for 20 years, right? Come on. Oh. Actually, 20 years, there could be an argument that that explains quite a bit.
What his writing or your
Yeah.
performance?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like his Yoko Ono if you actually think about it, right?
Oh dear.
Edna C says, what's the Discord called? If you're talking about ours, I will get the mods to drop the link in the live chat. Probably within about 30 seconds of me saying this.
Yes, because they're good like that.
Yeah. Jazz, okay, there's a shout out here from Jazz Guru, member message. I can't type in your chat with a question mark. Well, hold on. That can't be
Hey?
right.
Surely
Jazz
not.
Guru, you see this? I just tagged you. You might have said something that was just so raunchy YouTube took it away. We can no longer turn YouTube moderation off. All we can select is low. So there are times when YouTube does moderating in the live chat and we don't even have a choice.
Yeah, we have had a few moments in the past where people go, "No, you're muting me."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Is there a difference between the top chat and the live chat thing? You know, could you do that?
Yeah, look and make sure you're in live chat, not top chat, because sometimes you can say something and you don't even see your own message. Figure that one out, right? But yeah, good call. But yeah, we try to keep things on the lowest settings because we're adults. We can do our own thing. We don't need help.
Well, you say we're adults.
No,
But-
collectively.
We're grown up.
Yeah.
Years and being an adult are two different things.
But we can decide for ourselves what needs moderation. We don't need
Yeah.
YouTube's help.
Yeah.
Except they won't let that be the case anymore. They step in.
Yeah.
Sometimes for the best, it must be said, because the odd thing that gets blocked is just horrific and shouldn't be consumed anyway.
And that's just things that you say.
Yeah. You're not wrong there.
Yeah. Thank God I've got a filter.
Oh yeah. Because Dunk has never demonetized a Shills show before.
No. I'm like a little rose petal of pure goodness with a little halo.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just like
dehydrated and discolored, fell on the floor, swept up by a foreign national janitor that's not even legal.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the immigrants now. You bastard. I always said you were a racist.
Oh, the meek. Oh, that's nice. They've had a hell of a time. No, it refers to all makers of cheese. There's never a moment when you're drinking that it's inappropriate to use a Monty Python reference for your own needs. That's a fact the world over. And quite honestly, political leaders would probably get together and agree more if they would just accept the fact that Monty Python did it better.
They could make political debates more interesting.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Biden, but you're going to have to dress as a woman. You're Terry Jones today, okay?
Oh! Was there a penguin on the
Yeah.
television?
Would you get that for me, Deirdre?
Good Good morning, Centurion.
That's a good one. We're bad for falling into that. My father raised me on British humor. We had one of those massive satellite dishes in the yard when I was young so we could get it. And, well, Dunk was raised on it because he lives there. So.
No, a lot of it I blame on my brother. My eldest brother. He introduced me to that, but he also introduced me to ABBA. So, what can you say?
I remember wanting sips of my dad's rum and coke because Dave Allen always had a cool looking drink in a glass with an ice cube, and I was like, well, I want some too.
Did you want to chop off your finger as well?
No, I wasn't that, diehard, but I loved Dave Allen as a kid. It was one of my favorite shows.
Dave Allen was incredible.
Oh my God.
Not always funny. That was the incredible thing about Dave Allen.
Sometimes there was a message there. Sometimes they went too far, but they were willing to just simply do. It was the same with, there's an old early 80s, mid 80s TV show in Canada called Bizarre with John Biner as the host, skit comedy and stuff. And they were the same way. Mm-hmm. It was so singular focused of one person's vision. You either loved it or hated it or appreciated it all and laughed your ass off 2/3 of the time.
I think one of the things that spoiled a lot of these comics is because they put them into like sketch show comedies. And some of the sketches were funny, some were a bit lame. Mm-hmm. But when Dave Allen just talked, he was genius. Absolutely genius. Do you remember the story when he was talking about time? He says you live by everything's by time. I can't do it because it was just an incredible, just a soliloquy of humor. And he's talking about time. Yeah, you live by time. And he said, what they do when you retire? They give you a fucking clock. Well, and that was when the BBC went, oh my God, he just swore.
But Eric Idle stole that in the Meaning of Life when he was like, back home or here, sir, they give me a fucking medal, but he totally ripped that off. Right. And I love him for it because it was so amazing. Back home they put me away, but here they give me a fucking medal.
I thought you bit the guys in the trenches. We've had a rip round. Sir.
Oh yeah. Sorry, sir, there was a mix up.
Got you a clock.
yeah.
Brilliant. Sorry, we're just yammering about.
Yeah, we get locked into a thing and it happens, right? But we have an elderly audience like ourselves, so you usually know what we're talking about, right?
Well, we've lost half of them. I got to say,
it's getting late.
No, it's getting late. I've got to say,
I mean, not for me, but
was an incredible show for people showing up tonight. I've got to tip my hat off to all the people that showed up because how many were waiting before we even started? It was like 200, 300 people.
Yeah. Last I looked, it was 197 waiting before I hit the button. And, that's, the community, the viewers that, bounce around our channels that have formed this sort of loosely knit group. A lot of y'all had heard what was going on, and we're not we're known for Pete and Project Constantine and promotion and stuff, so I was kind of expecting that.
Yeah, no, it was still incredible to see a great show of support from people who just showed up and was here. Okay.
I mean,
we lost half of them because we started talking about shit and stuff. But no, it's okay.
I tell you what,
I'm glad you're still here enjoying yourself.
Mama Rose, Pete's mother, will be told about this stream and she will watch it. And the fact that, there's some take your mind off at moments, there's some very much face the music moments, there's some callbacks and roundabouts and stuff. I do believe she would walk away from this show and not feel worse.
No. Do you think she'll like this part of the show best, where we're talking about camel toes and
she's a pretty cool chick. She'd be all right. But
God bless you, Mama Rose.
Yeah, but she knows that there's a lot of love around the family, right? Very much so. That was my first thought when I heard. I was like, oh God, his mother. Outliving your child. It's my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Can't even contemplate. Yeah, I know it's happening faster, but I'm still not incoherent yet. So 1 second here.
Where's he going now? What have I done? What have I said? Is he gone? Is that it? Now we're off. We finished. I haven't even started talking bollocks yet. Yeah. Oh, he's back again.
Yeah. Thanks, Jazz. Jazz was just saying, I love the banter. Yeah, David, I'm still in shock, man. It's been a few days and I'm not quite processing properly. I'm trying to get past the anger part so that I can get into the more emotional side of it. And I don't know if there's a block there just because it's all so awful with Russia invading Ukraine or maybe it's a personal block because I kind of knew the guy decently. And
this is going to be a weird question, you Dick, because I know what you're like emotional wise,
little detached,
but yeah. Have you had a good old cry yet?
No. Got real close. Yeah, I got real close when I was watching some of his videos back, but by the time I started watching some of the videos back, I was already at like 12 beers and I was, kind of pissy, right?
Well, usually that's kind of stage that gets me very melancholic, and that will definitely get me into.
I was expecting that, but it didn't work, and that's what I was saying. Rick the Ukrainian warned me. He was like, "I don't know, man. I don't think that's going to work for you right now. I think you should put that off for a couple of days. You're hot. You got to cool down."
Yeah.
He's wise beyond his years. He's a good dude.
It is just one of those weird things that sometimes just having a good fucking old cry really does help.
Yeah,
it releases some kind of emotion out of you.
I gotta find that spot, right? Otherwise, I'm not gonna progress through the whole cycle of dealing with things, right? I know it's there. I know it's real. People way smarter than me talk about it all the time, right? I'm not gonna.
Well, what I'll do is I'll help you. I'll see if I can say something to get this channel demonetized, and that'll make you cry.
Yeah. If this show drags on too long, what we'll do is turn it into a group chat in the Discord where we could play a few tunes and do that whole in memory thing where we don't get in a lot of trouble on YouTube. There might be an idea in that, right? Because I could, Skits Crasher, loving friend and family member of the channel, he paid for the Shills to have Nitro on the Discord so we can get the audio to play clear and nice, right? Do that whole, Skits is here. Skits is here.
One thing we're like underusing is the Shills U channel.
That's the other thing too, because we can always just let that be deleted and move on to the next one, right? You know, we do have a backup channel. It's called Shills U for Shills University. You've seen that pre-card we use with the trailer park and stuff, right?
It's a very, very, very old gag.
Very old.
Probably completely lost on most people.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the kind of a better place for it, you know, rather than the
but
Discord chat.
In Discord, we can't get in trouble. And, you know, it comes down to everybody just, you know, if we're going to play a song, mute and listen, right? Otherwise, jump in and chat. You know, how hard can it be?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a DJ night where we're dictating the music. We're letting the group do it. So that's Discord, right? That's my thing.
That's how you do it on Chills You anyway. There's always well, I say that, you know, people will send you suggestions and then
I would completely ignore them and just play what I wanted, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah.
You
know, people would go, "Oh, Dick, this is a great song," and I'd go, "And here's one from Loverboy," right? You know,
I think you probably still do the same thing on Discord too. To be honest,
you know. I get my whole thing like as soon as I think about, okay, we're gonna play DJ time, I got like 7 songs that just work in my head, and I've already got like transitions and stuff to them. So I just, you know, I treat it like we're doing it like it's like from the 70s and the DJ's taking you on a musical journey, not, you know, here's the one we were paid to play, right?
But you've never been like one of those kind of like people who are like fond of suggestions. If it inspires you,
you couldn't have said that any more gentle.
No. I mean, no. If it's something that you go, oh yeah, I know that song, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna play that song. But if it's something like, hey, try this one, you've never heard of it before, and you go,
oh yeah.
You're very reluctant to dip in.
But there's also the other side of that where on the old Shills channel, when we were doing things like this, we had a growing list of artists that would block you. So when somebody would send me something out of my comfort zone, I'd be like, I don't know if that's going to get the stream taken down, right?
Yeah, you'd know right from the start. It's like, great song, can't play it.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like today when Rick played David Bowie, We Could Be Heroes, as I was seeing that being played, I was just like black screen and 5, 4, 3. I couldn't believe it, you know? But then I thought, you know, heroes, We Could Be Heroes. How many times has David Bowie had a copyright claim thing come back at his management company because they were doing something about Ukraine? Not him, because I think he's gone now, but, you know, the estate or whatever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that they just kind of said, you know what? If it's from Ukraine, just let them use it. Right? Because it keeps it in your ear. It's still, there's a marketing part of that says it's actually worth it. I know that sucks to think of, but.
And in the meantime, Sting is going, oh, please play my Russians Love Their Children too song. Oh, God, please. Oh, no, you're going, fuck off, Sting. Fuck you and your fucking Russian children. Fuck you.
Yeah. There's this whole thing where there's a new show, A Gentleman in Russia or something. And there's a couple other things about Russia that have come out in like, you know, television and movies or whatever. And sadly, and I got to this point long ago, if it has anything to do with Russia in it, I'm not interested. I will not watch.
It is kind of interesting because for many years, Russia were out of favor for being the bad guys.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like crept in again, and now we're kind of allowed to do it again.
Yeah, there was a time when the Scorpions were singing songs about being in Russia and blah, blah. And it was like, okay, the Cold War is over. We're going to try to be nice and everybody's cool. And now people are changing the lyrics to those old songs just to disassociate, right?
Well, I mean, the Beatles did it too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Back
yeah,
in the
you know.
USSR.
Yeah. Well,
It was during the Cold War.
yeah, that McCartney and Yoko, but yeah, you know. I know.
McCartney and Yoko.
Yeah, well, you know, when it comes to rights,
Yeah,
there's been times when Paul McCartney has to defer to her because Lennon wrote the song. You know, oh yeah, that's legal. It's true, right? You know.
I thought you was like implying they had a relationship going on there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've seen Paul McCartney's ex-wives. He's done better.
Even the one without the limbs.
You know, sorry to be that person, but I love the Beatles, and I am not a fan of Yoko Ono. You know,
neither was John Lennon.
Yeah. Looking down from heaven, he's like, you know what? That song did suck. The fuck.
Oh, what did I see in her? I should have gone to Specsavers.
Yeah. I bet Pete's up there giving her shit right now. You know, how did you do that to John? You know, John's like, hey, easy now. And he's like, no, seriously, you know, guys, I gotta know. The benefits of having a clear path through.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I said earlier, you know, I'm not an overly religious person, but if anybody had a clear path through the pearly gates and right up to say, hey, dude, you know, I would really like the air conditioning to be a bit better in my unit, it's Pete.
I'm sure Pete just went through it, smashing through it in a Humvee.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
And a beautiful white Humvee.
Yeah, but it would have been the truck one full of party favors in the back and fireworks and stuff, you know? Oh, yeah. The guy had a zest for living that most people will never even experience.
You think that gate's going to hold me back? Let's get some C4.
Yeah. They built a ramp just so he could jump that shit over, right? And have a real entrance, right? You know? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of people have said, you know, not fair and so on. And it's true, you know, it's really hard when you lose somebody who was that, you know.
The thing was Pete. I mean, I look back at Pete and look at his exploits. You know, it's hard to say this, but I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Well,
the guy was just.
I heard one other person in the background in private chats say, I mean, you know, he was doing like the skit with the Uber thing once and stuff, and he's been on rotation heavy right in the thick of it since day one, and he's had such a message, and sometimes it was real in your face message, like, you know, wake the fuck up and get on board. And other times it was just joviality and love for people. And I think I got myself a little you know, gibbered there, but it's
okay.
Yeah.
Am I letting you trying to find yourself? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just what the guy did was just like just utterly astounding, utterly incredible for anybody. For any medic, he was just like, I mean,
and the amount of time he was there.
There must be other medics that look at him and think, my God, you are just like fucking dog's bollocks.
Yeah, he
minutes.
survived a lifetime in that battle, and during it
I
all,
don't know. I don't know his history of before Project Constantine and Ukraine war. I mean, he must have come from somewhere. He must have.
oh, he
what
was
he
already
doing? South
battle
African,
hardened. Yeah, he
yeah,
was already.
South African army or what?
Yeah, he was already somebody who knew and seen action and the whole bit. It's just.
I'd like to know more about what he'd been up to, because I mean, as far as I remember rightly, South Africa has not been, involved in a war in quite a few years.
That's
so he
where
must have been doing a lot of stuff in other countries too.
that's where his shame to be a Westerner and stuff very much partially came from, is the home situation. There's a reason Mama Rose be in UK, right?
Mm-hmm.
No offense to anybody, because there's a lot of people in that zone who are very, very much amazing people. We know some of them, but
No, but you also at the same time you're quite welcome to offend.
yeah,
Offend as much as you like, because sometimes we need it.
We always say you got to put the U in YouTube, so the opinion's going to come, right?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think here? We're at 3 hours. I got a half a beer. You want to go till 3:30? We'll give it 30 minutes, and then we'll turn it into more of a Discord hangout.
Yeah, fine if you like.
Or maybe, we'll see if 30 even gets there, because I got a bit of a reflectionist thing going on, and it's not a conversive line of thinking.
Well, I hope you don't mean you're snorting cocaine, looking in the mirror.
No, I snort whiskey and I drink cocaine. Right, Pat Travers? Classic rock, come on, no, I've never, you see me, smoking a lot of grass around here and stuff, but I am no hard drug person. Never have been, never will. During my days as a rock and roller, guitar player, and, bands and studios and whatnot, I've seen quite a few fall. I tried to save a couple, but wow, that's some nasty stuff. Oh man,
the hardest drug I've ever done, and I'm still doing it right now, right today, is I smoke a roll up without a filter. Ooh, dangerous.
Yeah, no, but you embraced the lifestyle of alcohol at the age of 8. So, it's good to stick to what you know, right?
Yeah, I could tell when Mum was cutting the whiskey. What kind of a packed lunch do you call this?
4-pack lunch in the fall.
I want my fried Mars bar and my my 50 milliliters of whiskey every day.
Oh. Excuse me. Sorry.
Actually, no. I was pretty much when I was back a little kid at school. I used to have the same thing every day, and which was really weird, because I used to have peanut butter sandwiches.
Gonna be spam.
That's spam. Peanut butter sandwiches, and a flask of hot chocolate, and I would eat the Snickers and the hot chocolate. Eat the Snickers. Eat the peanut butter sandwiches and hot chocolate, and it was years later when I realised that was a Snickers bar.
Or a Reese,
a Snick, a
Reese peanut butter cup, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was just eating that. No wonder I fucking liked it.
Yeah. I remember being a kid and I was a complete lover of Reese peanut butter cups, right? But then one day they put out this chocolate or this commercial, sorry, where they showed the chocolate being stuffed into the peanut butter jar and somebody took a bite and went, wow. And that was supposed to be the brainchild moment. But I think they were like cavemen or something. I can't remember. But that led me to realize, well, wait a minute. All I need to do is combine the two. So I would get a Hershey's milk chocolate bar or whatever and just make, a peanut butter piece of toast or whatever.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And then one day I discovered Nutella and I thought, okay, you got the two spreads, you'll do that. But then the idea of spreading this weird chocolate on bread didn't sit well for me. What I did do, it was I got some muffin papers in a tin and I started just melting chocolate in, putting a dab of peanut butter, melting chocolate over top, and I would make these monumentally huge Reese peanut butter cups at home. And oh yeah, they were awesome. It was a learning curve. I was a kid. No.
PJ in the chat says there's a few places places near him that sell deep fried Mars bars in the UK. Have you tried one yet, PJ? Because they are actually incredible.
Deep fried Mars bar. Okay, I got to try this.
In batter, yeah. In basically fish and chip batter, but with a Mars bar. You dip the Mars bar in the batter and then deep fry it, and they are fucking phenomenal.
We'll have to try this. Okay. You know what? we might have to do a show, the Shills Eat, like once a month, and we'll just film us being bachelors doing weird shit or something.
The Shills die from heart failure.
Yeah. Leathercat in the chat says, "Hey Dawson, how about the song I Did It My Way?" I actually just bought a pristine vinyl record of Frank Sinatra live, and that song is on it. So maybe I'll play it from vinyl on Discord. That would be really cool. Yeah, I have to connect it, and it's in another room. But
oh my god, the technology that is getting old.
I'm not really even slurring my words yet. I think I could do it, but we'll see.
Hey, look, if we can get a phone conversation going between the president and the people on the moon on the Apollo mission, I think we can get to a record player to Discord.
Yeah. I might need a crutch to make sure I don't fall over, but we'll see.
We might have people calling it fake.
Yeah, that's fake. That's not Dick singing. Meanwhile, it'd just be like, okay, so we've got a few musical call outs. I've got a couple on the mind as well. Well, you know me. Music is very huge, right? I mean, over the time with the Shills.
How about, don't you forget about me.
I usually try to forget that song, but yeah. Leathercat says on vinyl that would be right up Pete's alley. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. My son and I have been redoing a vinyl collection over the last couple of years. We got an Audio Technica turntable, and I've been trying my best. I get a lot from the thrift stores and stuff because new vinyl is a bit expensive for a broke ass like me.
Yeah. Is the quality of new vinyl good though? I mean, or is it just like average?
There's a store in my area, and the records are thicker than they used to be, so you get a really good dynamic range into the preamp. And there's some amazing reissue vinyl going on right now.
Yeah, and the thing is actually quite great about vinyl. When people talk about CDs and stuff like that, but vinyl actually doesn't take up a lot of room. You could have like a massive collection in a square foot.
It's even more than that, though. It's more tangible. You go, like, sure, you have to put a CD in the CD player, but with the record, you give it a little cleaning brush and you bring the tone arm over, and it's all just more intimate.
Sexual.
You know, yeah. Fuck you. You know, but yeah. Like truly, you're more involved and
I mean, the thing is, I do like the technology of the CD, and a lot of audiophiles will say, "Oh, they can hear the difference." They can't. They fucking can't.
all that's bullshit. All that's bullshit. We've got such precise metering now that anybody who says that, even if they've got like $200,000 worth of ridiculously over expensive audio, is still listening to the analog deficiencies at the same time. And, you know.
Yeah, but the one thing I would say that makes a massive difference between CDs and LP when we're making LP albums is track 6 on side A and side B didn't have to be shit anymore, because the amount of space that was left on the record at that time and the fidelity of the music that's where we always like to put the crap stuff.
Yeah.
Because the fidelity was awful. And on a CD didn't matter anymore. You could put whatever you want whenever you wanted it.
Yeah. I do agree. There's so many benefits to the digital side, but I will say the dynamic range of quiet to loud, this might not be completely attributable to vinyl. It may be just as much a product of its age, but the dynamic range of quiet to loud and the ability
they're not so compressed so much,
right, the ability for music to take you on a sonic journey was far superior in the day of vinyl production. And I think that's one of the vital reasons why a lot of us who go, we love vinyl, we also love music from the age of vinyl. Right. I do believe that, because like I went to audio engineering school and I've got really good skills with audio. And I do realize that there are, you know, if you record in the modern digital age, but give us dynamic range and everything instead of just compressing it for Spotify, FM radio or whatever, we could have way more enjoyable music. I'm not denying that. It's just that they don't.
Yeah, no, that's an incredibly good point, actually.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. You know, go listen to the first Boston record and then go listen to something by
maybe just listen to the Boston record on an LP and then listen to a remastered version on a CD, and of course the remastered version will be compressed to fuck, so it can play on the radio and all that kind of shit. And,
yeah. And I love
what you're talking about.
I love that dynamic range. I've got an Onkyo receiver and some Polk audio and Sound Dynamics, and I've got
I don't care what Chinese shit you got.
Yeah, I got some decent stuff. And I love like putting on a record and just sitting in the right position of the room and just fucking absorbing it and go, wow, right?
Yeah, but I actually miss those days as well. You know, when
I didn't put on music to do the dishes. I put on music so I could sit down and be enveloped by it.
Yeah, but
right.
But what I'm talking about is, you remember the days when you'd be able to go into like, you know, so like an AV store. They got, you know, televisions, you know, video recorders and music. What were these called? Music centers. The separate components and all that.
It's the only way I rolled, because I was a geek.
all of that's gone. You're
I hate
lucky.
it.
You're
I hate
lucky to get find a dock for your iPod.
It cost me the receiver I have to get something that was good with modern HDMI and all that and blah blah. Now you know and I know that I got it at a thrift store, stupid cheap. But the damn thing was worth $800 just for the receiver. There's no stack components anymore because everything I plug what do I plug into it? My I have an NVIDIA Shield Pro. I have an Apple TV that I use just for mirroring my computer if I ever want to have a private Discord hangout but sit in my fucking living room. And that's it. Right? There's no devices anymore. Well, I have my turntable. But, you know, remember when you had your cassette deck and your equalizer?
I was going to say, I was going to say, back in the day, there was always a spot in the front room, the living room or whatever, where you had the hi-fi deck.
Dude, I love
the hi-fi. It was first of all with those like horizontal music centers, those flat slabs of pretty kind of shit engineering, but they're still kind of cool. And then you ended up with the separates. You always had the hi-fi bit. You know, I wouldn't even know where to put one in our room anymore. The space doesn't exist anymore because it used to be a thing. It used to be a thing where you had your hi-fi, all the little. I mean, I had a twin-powered Harman Kardon amp.
Yeah.
With preamps and all kind of stuff. It was amazing.
I love it. Yeah, yeah.
I paid something like 30 quid for it. It was like, just give it to me. It was
the retro value of that amp now is skyrocketed again, right? You know,
I gave it away years ago.
Yeah.
I just wish I hadn't.
I had a NAD set that I gave to a kid that was into things because I could just go buy another one. You know, it was at the age when they were transitioning and everybody was buying micro systems, right? So
yeah.
I gave away some. Yeah, you look back on it and you're just like, for God's sakes, that's worth 20 grand right now. You know?
or even just the pleasure of having it.
Yeah. I mean, right now with the Audio Technica turntable we have, I wasn't gonna buy like the de facto cheap one that has the built-in preamp. So we got the turntable and it sat in the cupboard for 2 weeks, and I was just praying that the preamp would show up before Christmas so that it was a thing for my son and I to open and enjoy, right? You know, I can't do things wrong. It's not going to happen.
Well, you kind of have to do things wrong in the modern day. It's like you don't have the choice anymore.
Well, at this point, it's getting really tough. I mean, even for vinyl people, to get a decent cartridge and needle, stylus, the price.
There's only a handful of places you can go to.
At least Audio Technica exists, and thank everything for them. Oh, we need that company. Yeah, I love them.
If they disappeared, that would be it.
Oh, they're so important to us people.
Yeah,
but yeah, I highly encourage people. If you're somebody that really likes movies and all the boom and crash and all that stuff of an action movie or a drama, intense, boring movie or whatever, don't satisfy yourself with just that sound bar. Spend an extra couple $100 and get yourself a real system and sit back and go, holy fuck, what have I been missing? It's as important as the quality of your television. It really is.
Well, the funny thing is, on the other side of it, is you've got all the digital stuff now that's coming. Like a Dolby,
Atmos,
surround, and 5.2 TTS.
Well, I've got 7.1 Dolby and THX in the house, but Dolby Atmos is the new one where it kind of bounces it off the ceiling and back down to you. And it's an amazing technology to piss off your fucking neighbors, right? If you're in an apartment or something, right? You know, it's very much not for the average person, but all the regular older style ones still work, right? That's where I stopped. You know, I'm not into the Atmos one. And you can get a Dolby Atmos soundbar and they say, oh, that's all you need. But you don't. There's no directional to the rear and it's not the same. Don't be fooled. Don't, you know, get the rear speaker ones. You'll be so happy you did. It's unbelievable. And when you do get like a surround sound system with proper speakers, go into the settings of the device because you can set the distance to your speakers. And if you're one of those person who put like the rear speakers up on a window shelf because, well, that's good enough, you're a heathen. You know, that's blasphemy. Do it properly, set them up, and then set the speaker distance in the menu options. Get it right and set them up because when a helicopter comes over and the sound, you see the helicopter come over the video and the sound goes from the right to the left. You can't experience it the way it's meant to be without doing the work to set it up. And when you do, and you sit back and watch one of those movies, you just go, holy shit, this is awesome. Do it.
I think the only time I'm going to get back to experiencing anything like that is when I eventually, when they get it over here, is get the Apple Vision Pro with all the dynamic sound. In
the Pornhub edition?
No, the movie edition. So I can see things on a big screen, but without having to have a big screen and with all the audio back in there, you know.
I want to wear something on my head to watch a movie as much as I want to wear something on my head to go to sleep. You know,
they're called eye patches.
I got myself a 65-inch television for $200 and it's good quality. I had to replace a couple of capacitors in it to make it work, but bottom line is it doesn't take a lot of cash to have awesome, right? You know, that Vision Apple thing is for rich gits who don't know better because you're buying first generation technology that's going to suck balls.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see it. I think it'll be great.
Oh, I can't wait for like version 3 when it becomes consumable to the masses. That's what I want.
I'm gonna be a jerk now. You're gonna hate me and you're gonna shoot me down. But Jake, everyone's talking about how Jake Bro's great and everything. Jake Bro stuff. I'm not gonna say anything.
Easy now. Be careful.
I'm not gonna say. Yeah, he liked the Saturday show so much. He decided to carry on with it. Anyway, but anyway, enough about that. So yeah, back onto the
stop. Be nice. Be nice.
I am being.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm being nice in the way I can be nice.
We did have a cool chat with him when he was on the show. I did this question thing to him. I was like, so you were like the guy that had the key and you would have had to stand up in the movie and do the thing. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, but what is it really like for a guy like you? Like, never mind the Hollywood shit. What is it really like? And he was like that. We had 2 keys and, you know, I'm like, really? You know, and he's like, yeah, that's one time when Hollywood pretty much got it right. You know? Yeah, I thought I was being an asshole and it turned out I was actually correct. I was not expecting that response. I thought I was, you know, being a clown to make sure we had some giggles, right?
Worst way to start a car ever.
Yeah. You know, but I was shocked when he said it. I was like, holy shit, really? You know, wow. All right. So we're coming up on 3 hours, 30 minutes. We're going to throw this in the bag.
Wow. That's a long stream.
Yeah, we're going to take this over to Discord. So I'll turn to the moderator team, toss in our Discord invite link, and we'll head over there.
Toss in what you like, mate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know. Yeah, if you got compost heat, don't do that. But
toss in the shrubbery.
Yeah. One that looks nice.
Not too expensive.
Yeah. We could get the tiered effect, you know. Let's do a shout out to okay, yeah. So there was a correction I missed earlier, but Pete, rest in Pete, the crazy medic Pete, was a police officer in South Africa, as well as, you know, following in Jesus' footsteps as a carpenter.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be if there was, you know, anything that he's ever done. He's just like, you know.
Yeah. How do I help people? Where do I belong? Right.
He
That
probably
was his
invented the
entire
question
life
mark.
mission. Yeah.
You know.
So let's see here. We've got Annette, CF Beauty, in the live chat running the Shills account to thank. She dances so hard in the background, giving us the information we need and making sure the team knows what they're going
dancer, on. Dances for money, do anything, do.
Okay. So
Okay, not
yeah.
that then.
So CF Annette has just kicked Dunk out of the Discord. So
it's my Discord back up.
We got Shayna Caldwell, PJ CNET, Crazy Cat, Skits Crasher, The Croat, Liam Wakefield, and Super Chat Matt. It's whatever month it is, big username in the live chat. Thanks to everybody.
Thanks for people like, you know, from the UK, like PJ, and everyone still hanging around. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So thanks for you guys for, you know, kicking in there.
Damn right.
In.
Damn right, man. Good shout. Good shout. We'll leave you with a thought.
We'll try.
Do you mourn the existence of somebody who literally spent years of their life putting their life on the line to help others? Or do you celebrate the time that we had to get to know them? Or do you do that in an order and somehow find a balance at the end? I don't know. I'm struggling with this myself. I hope everybody out there has an easier time of it than me, because I've already had a few days to process. And as you can see, I'm not doing it very well.
It's a difficult one. I mean, do you mourn him? Yeah, you mourn his loss. But you also mourn the fact that he's not there anymore, and the time that you miss that you could have had, and the things you could have seen or heard. That's the thing that we lose. It's not just the man; it's all the stuff that could have been, that we will never know and never see. That's the way I look at it, and it's a damn shame. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Those are good words. I think we should leave on that. Join our Discord. Sure
good words, but
those are strong. Join our Discord. We'll get the link in the chat, and we'll see you in Discord.
Yeah. Thanks, fellow babies, for hanging around, and thank you everybody so much for all your just your commitment tonight, just hanging around, and also for all your super chats, your donations, and all the lovely things that you've done in support of Pete. We all know you love him, And we all know you're going to miss him terribly, and we will not let him down.
That's right.
Promise you.
Damn good words. Thanks for joining us, everybody. In memory of our fallen friend Pete, Slava Ukraine.
Slava Ukraine.